Whoa. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super laggy right now. Hopefully things fix up here a bit. Hold on, let me close some things. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I'm in my OBS here, I'm lagging like crazy. So I'm assuming that things must be similar for you guys as well. Do you know where to get the word fugazi from? It's just, fugazi means like fake. I think it's like what, from, I think it's Italian in origin. But yeah, I just heard it and I've started using it a lot. Certainly come into my lingo. I can't hear you. It's just like, so you can or you can't hear me. Let me close some things. All right, you're good. Then close you. Close you. I can kind of, I'm just trying to figure out what program is causing all the lag, because now my entire computer that's lagging cracks. All right, let me try to fix that. We've got 9 minutes till the game starts. Let's close you. Figure what is that's taking up all this like memory. Thing is, I don't want to have to stop and start the stream again because it's going to take a while for things to reconnect. Core audio. Okay, things seem to be somewhat back to normal. Let me know, guys, if things are sounding and looking better. Can't even play, you know, the background music, or open the background, my music. I have to play the background music currently. Let's see, I mean, this looks okay. Laggy. Yeah, I'm going to go to Apple to try and fix my computer issues. Let's try to fix these. Close you, and you. Minimize this. Let me know if things are still lagging, because I'm trying to see. It seems to be better now. Give me a thumbs up if like the lag issues diminished, because things seem to be back to normal now, but it's kind of hard to tell. Good now. All right, I have to close a couple of things, make a couple of necessary sacrifices, but I think we're back. Thumbs up. Not yet. What are you guys watching on? What stream version of the stream are you guys watching on? Because I went and looked on YouTube, it seems to be fine. Just moving left and right to go in to see if it catches up and whatnot, but things seem to be okay. Yeah, no, I see things seem to be okay. All right, time to move on here. Let's go. Let me put on the commentary for you guys. The FA Cup final, the biggest game supposedly in English football. An opportunity for Crystal Palace, or as I like to call them, Christian Palace, to go and win their first trophy in a long while. Or for Manchester City to go through and not have a completely blank season. Either way today, guys, the post-game reaction video is going to be against Arsenal fans. Regardless of who it is. Regardless of who it is.
As well as 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙎𝑚𝑏𝑒.
Also, potentially the last time for Kevin De Bruyne to win a big major international a big trophy with City. So we'll see. Gonna be an interesting one. Going to be an interesting one.
All red and blue down one end, all sky blue and white down the other. Well, let's take a look.
Chat, what are your predictions for the game? Who do you guys think is going to win?
Dean Henderson behind the usual back three. Adam Wharton's back from injury, partnered in the
I'm saying, as much as I want Crystal Palace to do it, I think City's going to do it. I think, even though they've not been in the greatest form recently themselves, I think that they've got too much quality overall. But we'll see. We will have to wait and see.
In Palace's last 4 games, he's got 7 goals in his last 10.
I'm begging so hard that Manchester City get trophyless. We'll see. I mean, they're still in more finals than Arsenal.
And now, the national anthem.
Oh, gracious King, long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King. Vamos! All right, we're hoping for a good game. We're hoping for a good game today. Chat, predictions. I'm saying 2-1 to City. 2-1 to City.
Alan Shearer is
2-1 to City, but for Villa for Crystal Palace to score first.
And I guess, Alan, after all the warm-ups, all the adrenaline, all the nerves shaking through every part of your body, that bit when you hear the national anthem is when...
Here we go, here we go. Come on, come on. You watched the PSG game this weekend, trophy celebration game. It's later on today. I'm not sure. I might stream it. But yeah.
The general feeling is that we could have a cup final full of goals, and the recent history between these two teams
Ooh, here we go. Come on.
Why people are suggesting that. There were 7.
Let me know if the audio is okay, if you guys can hear the commentary and everything. Let me know.
South London in December.
𝙀𝙬𝘼𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙬.
We're going to see a Crystal Palace team, Alan, who are going to sit back, as so many teams do when they face City's attacking force.
No, I think their performances against them this season...
As a Barca/Man City fan, I hope Man City win because we need at least one trophy. Fair enough.
They're not going to change. They've got their system.
I want Crystal Palace to do it, but also, hey, if City win it, Kevin De Bruyne one last trophy, no problem.
Always a big day for the officials as well, and 𝙀𝙀𝘖𝑚𝑘𝘖𝑼𝙎 has got the honour this year.
But yeah, speaking of Barca though, guys, if you're a Barca fan, you might want to not come onto my channel for, you know, maybe I'll say the next 2 days or so, because I already know I'm gonna have a lot of problems with a lot of you guys.
Battled his way back up to the top level of officiating. 𝙎𝙬𝘖𝘖𝑗𝑖𝑒𝑖𝑔.
Come on, 𝙎𝙬𝘖𝑗𝑖𝑒𝑖𝑔.
Very much a team. They are a sum of their parts, but 𝙎𝙬𝘖 is the standout ever since 𝙀𝙬𝘖𝘋�𝑍𝑎 left for pastures new, and he has really shot to form, particularly in recent weeks.
Come on, 𝙎𝙬𝘖𝑗𝑖𝑒𝑖𝑔. Come on. Christian Palace FC. That's a 𝙎𝙬𝘖𝑗𝑖𝑒𝑖𝑔 by. Come on. Do you think we see Harambal? No, Crystal Palace is going to play.
And when you look at Manchester City,
Crystal Palace is going to play.
Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne, it could be
Overlay, don't worry. The overlay is coming.
And I mentioned about Erling Haaland.
PSG versus Reims, Coupe de France, May 24th. Yeah, I'll stream that. I'll be streaming that.
4 games he's played against Crystal Palace, including a hat-trick the first time he came up against them.
Hello, mate. We meet again. I was talking about, hey, you might not want to come onto my channel tomorrow, I'm thinking, and probably on Monday. Just ignore my channel for that little bit, because yeah, I'm dismantling some Barca PR. That's all I'm going to say.
And here we are.
But here we go. All right. FA Cup Final 2025. Last year was Manchester United. The year before, Manchester City. We'll see what happens.
Manchester City scored after 12 seconds here 2 years ago.
True. I remember. I was streaming that.
Roberto Di Matteo scored for Chelsea after 43
Come on, Palace. Come on, Christian Palace FC.
Inside 8 minutes.
Here we go.
Their last 3 games against City.
Does Kamara have his shin pads on the wrong way round? Am I the only one who's noticing this? But if you guys are watching the BBC feed, it seems like Kamara's got his shin pads on the wrong way round.
Who get the FA Cup final started.
But who cares? The game is underway. All right. Crystal Palace going from left to right.
On the formations.
And their home team to start off.
Palace, Manchester City are, as ever, a movable Pep Guardiola feast.
Foul.
There's an early stoppage here.
Foul where? Okay.
A blow suffered by 𝙎𝙬𝘋�𝑍𝑎 Guardiola.
Nah, I'm coming, bro. I respect your opinions. You got ball knowledge. All right, okay, fair enough. The video, though, is like 23 minutes long.
Good evening or good afternoon, everyone. I think we should be in for an cracker this afternoon.
Who do you think will win? I want Crystal Palace to win, but I think City is probably going to go and do so.
They both want to get forward. They both want to score goals.
We'll see.
And And they're both comfortable in the systems that they play.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Palace, I think, with the 3 at the back and the 2 wing backs, it'll be fascinating to see how those two.
Palace is so good. The thing is, yeah, Palace has kicked into form recently.
Immediately with City, we can see that 𝙂𝙧𝙾𝘼𝙎, as expected, is going to be the player who pushes on into midfield most often.
The ball in.
Between Marmoush and Haaland there. 𝙬𝙧 Mitchell will tidy up for Palace.
Good clearance.
Interesting that in the FA Cup final, Pep Guardiola has chosen the moment to play.
Junior, what's up? And what is the video? Unpopular opinion about Yamal? It's not really. It's a long form video. It's not a short, but it's a long form video discussing Lamine Yamal, the Ballon d'Or push, and why I think Lamine Yamal should not be in the conversation to win the Ballon d'Or. If you want to push him top 5, I hear that. No problem with that. But for me, Lamine Yamal, the Ballon d'Or push recently, it's for me the epitome of recency bias. The epitome of recency bias. And I think there's a lot of hypocrisy, especially on the fans, really realistically everywhere, on his push. The debate of yesterday, yeah, that's sort of what we were going on yesterday. But I recorded the video before the stream, but I got it edited. I just need to. I'm making like clips and whatnot for shorts and whatnot, and then need to make a thumbnail. But it should hopefully be coming out tomorrow. I want to say midday-ish, depending on when I make the thumbnail and everything. But yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Akanji.
Shows the belief that Pep's got in 𝙂𝙧𝙾𝙼𝙎, that he's actually playing him today in such a huge game. Has got options to play other players in that position.
Yo, Junior, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Diaz. Now Akanji. Palace are quite happy for Manchester City to have possession as long as they stay away from their box.
You just beat me to it. They're quite content in doing that with Man City and the way they play. They don't mind them dominating possession at times, but what they will try and do is, as we know, is hit them on the break if and when they win that ball.
Hello, Carson.
Chance to go. They will go.
All right, so Crystal Palace definitely playing in a low to medium block.
Got through again.
Nothing there. No foul. No foul.
Well, had a clear view of it and didn't feel there was any foul play, but Manchester City do now have the throw.
I don't know how I feel about Lamine Yamal. He's kind of arrogant, but he is on fire, and I think he can win the Ballon d'Or. But he has a massive ego. I don't think he's got the. I think the ego stuff, like, oh, I'm going and calming. I think that's fine. I think that's part of the game. I don't have any issues with that. For me, it's nothing with the player individually that I have. I don't have like a Yamal agenda personally. For me, it's the pushes, could potentially cause me to have that. Is people gassing, like, not all of a sudden saying that he should be winning the Ballon d'Or. If you want to argue that he's been the best player in like the last month or so, I agree. If you want to say like currently right now, based on the last couple of weeks, he's been the best player, yes. But to go from now to that and say that he's been the best player over the course of the entire season and therefore should be winning the Ballon d'Or, for me, is just the definition of recency bias. Is just the definition of the cultural zeitgeist.
Said with a hint of
I think is, if to say it correctly in German.
Here's De Bruyne.
It's a foul.
He went stumbling.
Who's your top 5 Ballon d'Or? Dembele #1. Rafinha should be in there. Pedri probably should be making a good shout in there. I think Mbappe can make a late push into it, but I think it's going to be hard for him. Lamine Yamal, I think, is 4th or
the Palace Ultras are getting into top gear behind the
4th or 5th. I'm not sure, because I'm not sure if Salah gets in, because as good as Salah has had a season individually in the Premier League, in the big games and the knockout games, he's not really been there. So I don't know.
It can be so frustrating.
Chat, who's hate watching City? I'm not hate watching City. But yeah.
Then if you have to run with it, I'm not saying every single time you have to do it, but at least you make a point that if you're going to get tight to him or you're going to stand off me.
I think Oh, I believe he is more confident than arrogant. There is a bit of difference. He has reasons to be confident. I don't have an issue with this, like even the stuff of like him telling Ramos to like this picture too. Though, like for me, that's fine. Going and like the shushing of the Bernabeu, that's all part of the game. That's all part of the game. So long as if he can give it, he also has to be able to take it. Haaland, good save. Woo. That's a good save. That's a good save by Dean Henderson.
Confidence in front of goal. Typical
Erling Haaland. What a ball! What a! It's a difficult finish by Haaland, but he's done well.
It does really well with a volley, and that is a very, very clever save.
Dean Henderson, an ever-present in the Premier League this season. He has been outstanding. Made some good saves in the semi-final before Palace blew Villa away.
It was a good save there, really was.
That Barca can see 3 players into the top 3. Salah is definitely getting in there. Top 3. Salah been over the course of the season top. I just think that Salah, the fact that he got knocked out very early in the Champions League, hasn't been performant, hasn't been nearly as impactful in the big games.
Bernardo Silva.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. You think PSG can win the Club World Cup? I mean, if you're in a Champions League final, I think you're going probably as one of the favorites to go and win it. And especially you think that Barca's not in there, Liverpool's not there.
Has to watch it carefully. In fact, he's carried it behind.
That's gone. That's it. That's a corner.
Slight misjudgment by the keeper there.
Yeah, it was. It was actually going out, wasn't it, for the goal kick? Although he could have left it.
Yeah, you just hope that they don't concede from this, though.
Very difficult when he's running backwards towards that line to keep that ball in. He's giving the corner away.
To play on a Sunday night BBC football phrase, that's one good, one bad from the Palace goalkeeper.
All right, chance. Hopefully Crystal Palace don't concede here. Good clearance by Guéhi. Second action though, second phase of play. Marmoush, well done. Chance, cleared away. 𝙎𝙬𝙖𝙞𝙬 is on the ball now.
But he invited Kevin De Bruyne on.
Good ball. Cleared away. Question here, why is Atleti in the Club World Cup but not Barca? It's based on recent European performance. So you think like Atleti have constantly been in the Champions League and making it to quarterfinals and round of 16s, whereas Barca had 2 years where they were in the Europa League. That's probably why.
Think about it.
Do you think Barcelona will win the Champions League next season? I think it's too early. It's too early to tell what will happen next season. Literally a year before. Like even if you go and say the beginning of the season, like that's why I'm not usually the biggest fan of these types of predictions. But if they continue on this same vein of form, then yeah, they could be they can go in as favorites. I'm not necessarily thinking that they're going to win it though.
First time really that Palace have crossed halfway.
Yeah, it's been a
I might go to the rematch between PSG and Atleti in LA. That'd be sick. I think it's at the Rose Bowl if I'm not mistaken. That's a sick game. Are you going to stream any Prem games tomorrow? Are there any big Prem games? Like, is there like anything on the level of a Chelsea United? If not, probably not.
Guardiola.
Madrid fan here rooting for PSG to win the UCL. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Savinho.
It's been all City in the first 10 minutes here. I think Crystal Palace would have expected this.
Joined now by City fans giving their backing, trying to push their team ever further forward.
Well, everyone's had a touch of the ball from a Man City point of view, haven't they?
Savinho's had plenty.
Yeah, they're working it through, and everyone's getting the feel of it.
Second biggest game, Arsenal Newcastle. True, that's a shot. Maybe I watched that. Maybe.
Sarr. It's a De Bruyne challenge. Sarr went tumbling over to the floor. And Stuart Atwell didn't think it was a foul.
It looked like a clean tackle. Jeremy Doku.
Here's Doku.
Doku, a little shimmy.
O'Reilly. Doku. Kamada only briefly got the ball back in Palace possession. Kanji.
I'm a Barca fan, but it's too early to say if Barca wins UCL next season. Every team will get stronger, but then again, Barca's youth are also growing in experience, need a couple of signings as reinforcements. Oh, I can't read. But yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see. It's not even PSG. There's no guarantee that you'll be as strong again. But yeah, if things continue on in the same vein, then yeah, they should be continue and get better. Both PSG, Barca, you'd expect also Real Madrid to be better. You would expect the City not to be as good. But then also you think that there's some big teams there that maybe won't be as good as they once were before.
Behind O'Reilly.
Ball in. Chance Gvardiol.
Another save made by Henderson, pushing it to safety.
Bang, really has been all City in these first 10 minutes or so.
Semi-final against Nottingham Forest.
Good header there by Gvardiol. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he scored a goal like that against... I can't remember who they played in the... was it? No, it wasn't Aston Villa. In the semi-final, though.
They really are putting them under pressure, aren't they, Man City, in the early stages. Keeper's already made 2 decent saves.
Do you think Miller can continue to perform like this in the next few seasons? I hope so. I hope so. Hopefully there's been a declick in his mind. There's been a change of mindset, and that he can continue this amazing form for the next couple, well, for the future, really. Typically, the thing is, though, funnily enough, like you go and say that, in terms of like the traditional career of a footballer, he's peaking when you'd expect him to. He's 26, 27, if I'm not mistaken. Turned 77, you got 2 days ago, in his prime. So you'd expect him to be roughly where he is right now. I think we've gotten so used to players peaking and being so good at 23, 24 and whatnot that we've forgotten that most players, they peak between, 26 to like 29, 30 is when they typically peak. So yeah.
To try and play themselves into this game. And a lot of chasing and running around in the first 12.5 minutes.
If Crystal Palace win their first trophy in 165 Vs, will it be a greater accomplishment than Newcastle winning their first domestic trophy in 71 years? Probably, because I guess the difference also between Crystal Palace and a Newcastle is that, well, Newcastle have had all that investment. So you would go and say that there was sort of an expectation that at some point they would... Oh, good ball in, surely. Savinho has to put that in. Oh no, it was Mitchell got a head to it apparently. I thought he hit it wide. No, he hits it away. Mitchell gets it away. It's a brilliant defensive header. But yeah, going back to that is that, yeah, there was an expectation that eventually Newcastle would win. And also Newcastle is probably traditionally a bigger club. So yeah, I would say if Crystal Palace managed to win it, it would be a bigger accomplishment. Oosh. Yikes.
Can't keep going like this.
Yeah, they are really suffering. And also, the FA Cup is a bigger trophy than the Carabao Cup.
That was it. The rest of the time, they've been under constant pressure. Whether it's chasing the ball and passing, or whether it's the goalkeeper making saves or defending corners. It's been all Manchester City.
If you watch the Arsenal versus Newcastle game, wear your Tottenham shirt. I'll see. The thing is, if I'm not mistaken, Arsenal have already basically qualified for first place. It'd be a hate watch, but it'd be more so just for them to get knocked out. So I'd be supporting Newcastle. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
Really well in forcing them to kick it long, but they're winning that long ball as well, Man City.
Savinho. De Bruyne.
Where do you think Al-Hilal would... Wait, how do you think Al-Hilal would do if they were in the Champions League? I think they get relegated. Or maybe just about scrape into... Yeah, maybe just about scrape into, like, the playoff spots.
Which one next?
Junior could win all this season. Tottenham win, PSG win. Yeah, we could have a PSG Tottenham European Super Cup final. But hey, it's not done. It's not done. We can't focus. We have to focus on winning the finals first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Job's not finished.
He's very much had a settling in season at Manchester City.
Erik ten Hag won the Carabao Cup. But Ten Hag also won the FA Cup last year. Don't forget that.
They've moved to a Pep Guardiola-led team. Even Rodri didn't set the world alight in his first season. Riyad Mahrez, similar.
He didn't do too bad, did he, Rodri?
how he's been missed almost all season long by Manchester City.
Speaking of which, is Rodri? When is Rodri expected to be coming back?
Kamada returns it.
Chance here. Crystal Palace. Can they get something? Mateta. Let's go! Let's go! Christian FC! Gracias a Deus, pai! Gracias a Deus, pai! Vamos! Let's go! Let's go! Christian Palace FC! 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙎! Let's go, man! Vamos! Vamos! Gracias a Deus, pai. Gracias a Deus, pai. Thank you, God. What a play!
Direct power down the sides.
Mateta, Jean-Philippe. Let's go! Munoz, great ball in. It's a brilliant finish too. Let's go, man. Vamos! Vamos!
Then the running off the ball from Munoz. Then the quality to pick his head up and pick the right pass into 𝙎𝙬. And could he finish it off?
Yes, he could.
He's got no chance. That is Crystal Palace in a nutshell. From
what a splendid goal. What a splendid goal. Let's go, man.
Almost as though Oliver Glasner had planned it this way.
Let's go. Oh, getting on his hands and knees and praying. Let's go, man. Vamos. 𝙎𝙬, the Niger boy. That's child of God. Christian Palace FC. I'm a Palace fan today, boys. Let's go, Crystal Palace.
What is football all about?
Let's go. Yes.
Under huge pressure for the vast majority of this game. They stood firm. Keepers had to make a couple of good saves. Really broke
Come on.
Really impressive. That's what they're all about. That's why they don't need to see much of the ball, because they've got the...
Nah, the atmosphere too is crazy.
Here's Josko Guardiola.
Thing is, though, still plenty of football to be played. Still plenty of football to be played.
Now Doku.
Doku's going to do his thing.
More to start the job again. So will City. It's
oh no. Chance here. Marmoush will block. Oh, my bad. I forgot to update it. There you go.
That was the first time that
Thank you for reminding me.
Wanted to do because of the pressing of Man City. They were able to knock it long, and Mateta keep hold of that ball and protect it and wait for someone to run off him. And we know that Munoz is absolutely fantastic at that. And he'll keep on doing that all afternoon.
He's a player we didn't really talk about too much in the build-up. We have plenty this season, but Munoz is it's like a greyhound with the traps open and off he goes.
He just doesn't stop, and he's going to do it all afternoon. He really is.
We're getting a little bit angsty just outside that Palace penalty area, and they're trying to get away again. Munoz stopped by Guardiola.
Well done, Wharton.
To find the pass. He's found it.
Come on, go again.
Mitchell to 𝙎𝙬.
𝙎𝙬, come on, little razzle dazzle.
Forward dart. The ball into the middle is behind Mateta. Have it back, 𝙎𝙬. Now Munoz.
Can he do it again? Surely not. Surely not. Oh, it was close. Oh, come on, Christian Palace FC. Come on.
They nearly score.
Nah, they look dangerous every time they attack. This is end-to-end football. Oh, that's a foul. Is that not a foul? He says no. Loki, for me, that's a foul. Who scored for Palace? 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙎.
As we look back on the 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝙎 chance for Palace.
And once again, they're giving them great width and such a clever
Oh, probably should hit it a bit stronger.
run. Just can't get it.
It's slightly behind him.
He tries to enough warnings, haven't they?
Just look at those scenes. It's a sea of emotion. Waves and waves of different reactions in the Palace end. Bernardo Silva. Silva missed it. 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖 will tidy it up and play it back to Ortega. It's a caution for Palace in both the 1990 and 2016 finals against the different opposition from Manchester. They were in front, they didn't lift the cup, and Manchester City have won from being 1-0 down in 3 of the last 4 rounds this season.
True. Or rate the goal from 1 to 10. The move itself overall has to be like an 8. It was a brilliant move, a sweeping move from Crystal Palace.
The goal. Forget about shots on target, forget about possession, forget about corners. It's the goal that matters.
You tell him, Alan. You tell him.
Akanji. Ruben Diaz.
Come on, Crystal Palace. Hold this until halftime, or even get another one.
𝙎𝙬𝘼𝑗𝑎𝑙. De Bruyne.
They're having to do a lot of running here.
Savinho.
Dang, you look at where Jean-Philippe Mateta is. He's so 83% possession. That is crazy.
That doesn't tell you there's only one stat that matters, then nothing will.
83% possession to 13. That is crazy.
1-0.
Correct.
Arteta 0 trophies in 5 seasons while spending 450 million euros. Oliver Glasner.
Plenty in there, feeling glad all
Potential trophy won while losing Olise. Chance here again. Can he find him?
Found by Sarr.
It's a bit long.
But Eze will carry on.
But it's Eze. Come on, Eze.
Commander's got loads of room, left edge. Joined now by Savinho to mark him.
Well, we've said it 3 times already this afternoon. I wonder how many more we'll see it. Munoz down that right-hand side, given Crystal.
Munoz, low key. That's a PSG as a potential Hakimi.
Kanji.
Une doublure pour Hakimi.
𝙎𝙬𝘼. Haaland charging down the middle.
Oh, Haaland, no.
Just a little push, but
Oh,
managed to get to it and take it away from the palm of Henderson.
Henderson, what are you doing?
Doku wants it left. Mamouche hangs on too long.
Yes.
Keeper was caught in 2 minds, Henderson. He didn't know whether to come, clear it, wait for it to come into the box and try and pick it up. And did neither in the end and nearly got done.
Here's 𝙎𝙬𝘼 being chased and indeed overtaken by Sarr. And 𝙎𝙬𝘼 is pretty quick himself.
He's going mad at the ref. He wants to throw in the other way. He's decided, he's changed his mind.
Right. I don't know what the keeper is doing there.
Was this handball?
Whoa.
It's really tight. If he does touch it, or does it Haaland that touches it? Yeah, he does. He flicks it.
He touches it. Surely, is that not going to be looked at?
Won't be a penalty, of course, because it was outside the box. But has he denied a possible goal-scoring opportunity?
No, I don't think so. No. The defenders were back. The defenders were back. The defenders. Yeah, there's defenders back. Are they checking it potentially?
By VAR.
Okay. Oh.
Goal as well, isn't he?
Yeah, no. It's not a red. It's not a red. It's not a red. It's going to be a free kick at the top of the box.
I think you're right. I think the presence of 𝙒𝙗 in the middle in particular might just save Dean Henderson, but Stuart was going for water. I thought he was going to the monitor for a moment.
I think the defender's there. There's absolutely, it's clear to me that he's actually going away from goal as well, isn't he?
Now the ball's going. It's not a red. It's not a red. He definitely gets a hand to it, but it's not a red. It's not a red.
Now we are hearing from the VAR, who is the Australian official, 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑗𝑎𝑙, and he's just confirmed exactly what you've just said, Alan. The direction of play is going into the wide area away from goal. They didn't have a long look at it.
Absolutely, yeah. And right now and again, you know, it doesn't often happen.
The experience of Ben Chilwell there, going across and having a word with the goalkeeper, has just had a little sticky spell.
Yeah, true.
He made that save after a couple of minutes, didn't he? But then he made an error for the corner.
Who scored? Eberechi Eze scored.
Got lucky.
There is a cheer from Crystal Palace supporters. But it was one, I think, that was heavily laden with sarcasm. I don't think they really believed it would come to anything. They'd have been livid if it had.
Probably rightfully so.
And I think it would have been a bit unfair if it had.
It's clear he's going away from goal.
2-1 to City. We'll come back. All right, we'll see. We'll see. They certainly can. They certainly can do so.
There's Marmouche.
I did say 2-1 to... Oh, no. In fairness, my prediction was before 2-1 to City and for Crystal Palace to score first.
Didn't quite break for 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏. Doku. Past Richards.
Is that a foul? That's nothing. No foul.
Well, the referee was only 5 or 6 yards away and had a...
I don't know. That looks like potentially it was a foul. Let's see.
Players don't either. And I'll probably agree with him having another look at that. There's no way that's a free kick. He's trying to con the referee.
Yeah, in fairness, yeah, maybe.
A warm day is getting hotter in the middle.
What's the weather here in London? 20 degrees. Nice warm day indeed.
Henderson. It's the towering Ruben Diaz, but it's come to Kamada.
Bro, City's high line is so high.
But he's recovered to get in front of Mitchell.
Nothing there.
So when Man City go and press Crystal Palace from...
I mean, listen, it's a good day. Whoever wins today, Arsenal get cooked. Whether it's City, good farewell for De Bruyne. If it's Christian Palace, great. Just good vibes. Today on top of that, later today, PSG go lift the title. Just a great vibes day. Just great vibes. Great vibes.
Richards is going to launch one. Too high for Haaland.
Come on. Fall to us. Wharton. Oof.
There's Wharton straight back into the crowd. Richards. And straight to Savinho. And Manchester City have a throw-in. Pep Guardiola plays the role of ball boy.
Got a throw like that. Why not?
Pep Guardiola taking inspiration from Barca with that high line. It's not nearly as high as that, though. It's not. He was dropping back, but I don't think it's nearly as high up.
Guardiola. Once again, Savinho's got plenty of room. Akanji.
Is Holm playing right? Yeah, he's playing. He had one decent shout. One decent opportunity off a really good cross by Kevin De Bruyne, but bar that, not much else. Oh, bar the upsie by the Dean Henderson in goal on that through ball. But apart from that, he's been pretty quiet. But that's typically how Holland is. So nothing too special there.
Good pressure from the Palace players. Manchester City try that well-trodden path down the right again with Savinho. Quarter of a yard away from Mitchell. Mitchell did what he had to do.
Balls out again.
Blocked the trick, stopped the cross. Goal kick.
Done that really well as Mitchell. He stopped him. Up to now in this game. There's that ball in the gear for Eze. It's a great finish.
It's a great finish. Great finish by 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝘖.
On target because the pace is on the cross. It's a great connection. Times it to perfection, the run. He really does. When you make that run, you're hoping and praying that you get the correct ball in.
Not everybody was happy with it. Towards Mateta. Guardiola knocks it safely back to Stefan Ortega. De Bruyne. O'Reilly. Here's Guardiola. By Mark Gáhey. When I say away, though, it hasn't gone far. Mark himself out of a The tight spot. Here's
Ďaku. Little shimmy, Ďaku. But not quite. Oh, no. Clear it. Clear it. Clear it. Oh, my goodness. Richards, clear the ball. Clear the ball. Oh, my goodness.
Trying desperately not to give a little trip away or anything in the 18-yard box. You've got to be so careful. The trickery and skill that Ďaku has.
But as yet, it's all shimmy and no shine.
Yeah, it's from both sides.
𝙀𝙀. Towards Mateta. De Bruyne gets in the way. Savinho wins it away from 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾. Bernardo Silva. Now Kevin De Bruyne. There's a really impressive discipline to Crystal Palace.
Yeah, they're tough to break down. They try and frustrate you.
I mean, from Crystal Palace.
Trying to attack like City are.
No, we don't call it haram ball this time. This is kingdom ball, defensive solidity, lockdown ball.
Ďaku. Ruben Dias.
Away.
Haaland trying to get the jump on Richards.
Well done. Mateta.
From Dias. In goes Mateta again.
Foul, where?
And the referee does rule that that's going to be a foul, and it's going to be a free kick.
Disagree.
Manchester City. I think it was Wharton who caught De Bruyne. Ruben Dias. Marmoush. Bernardo Silva.
No.
Mitchell has a go at winning.
He's gotten the ball.
City howl for a penalty. And
what?
Well,
what?
Has given it. It took him a while to think about it.
Okay, let's see it again.
And finally, when he blew his whistle, it was quickly followed by a point.
Yeah, that's a pen. That's a pen. That's a pen. That's a pen.
Touch there from Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, no, that's a pen. 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 It's hard to argue against. It's hard to argue against.
An unnecessary one because he's not really.
It's hard to argue against. It's hard to argue against. Yeah, no. VAR's no. It's not. It's for me. That's a pen. For me, that's a pen. We're gonna have a look at it, unless there's an angle and whatnot. But I think he might get a slight touch to the ball, but not enough.
Check is going on. Erling Haaland has got the ball.
I think it's gonna. Oh shucks.
And the check goes on. Is there an idea here that Mitchell gets a toe to the ball and then Bernardo Silva falls over him?
Let's see.
There we go.
Is there a little tiny touch there?
He might get a slight touch, but
final touch of Bernardo Silva that creates the problem for Mitchell.
Let's see. He gets a touch to it, but it's not enough. He gets a touch to it, but it's not enough, and he takes the ball out more.
So 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙬 did get it right.
Yeah, I think the correct call is made there. I think the correct call is made there.
Presenting it to somebody else. Omar Marmoush has taken possession.
Marmoush is taking. Okay.
Well, Haaland isn't 100% reliable from the spot.
Okay.
His last was saved by Kepa at Bournemouth in the quarter-final at the end of March.
Okay.
Marmoush, who was the designated taker for Eintracht Frankfurt, but this
fair enough. We'll see. If you guys are ahead of me, because I know people are ahead, do not spoil it. Do not spoil it. Right, I'm gonna turn off the chat for a bit. Come on, Henderson. You're in his head. Come on, Henderson. You got this. You know where he's going. Come on, Dean. You know where he's going. You're in his head. Come on, Dino. Come on, Dean. Come on, Dean. Come on, Dean. You know where he's going. Come on, Dean. You know where he's going.
Now, in the FA Cup final in May.
Come on, Dean. You know where he's going. Come on. Come on, Dean.
To think about it and prepare himself for what he's got to do.
Come on, Dean. Dean Henderson. Yeah! No! Yeah! Yes! What a save! What a save! Vamos! God is on our side! God is on our side! Let's go! That's a decent save, you know. That's a good save. It's not the greatest penalty, but it's not terrible either. In fairness, it's not the worst struck penalty. It's just a great save. You gotta say it's a great save. But vamos! Vamos!
To want that
penalty. Let's go.
Order to pass it on.
Well, if he's fit enough, he's on the pitch, he's starting the game, so it must be mentally that he's either said he doesn't want it or Pep doesn't want him to take it.
Oh, Junior, can you put? Oh, it's free. It's free on YouTube. My bad. I didn't know. Okay, guys.
Marmoush is now 0 out of 1 in a Manchester City shirt. As O'Reilly puts it in.
Let me pin it. There you go.
Marmoush thought he got it far enough into
the FA Cup final. It's free on YouTube. If you guys want to know.
It was a cat-like sprint.
If you guys are on the vertical stream, you guys can watch. If you guys go to the Emirates FA Cup final or wherever it is, it should be free on YouTube. I'm watching it on the BBC. That's how I'm watching it. But yeah, it's free. It's free on YouTube.
He will be a big admirer of Dean Henderson, who couldn't be after the season that he's had.
He's had an interesting 36 to 36.
Woo. It's not the obviously you'd say like the penalties kicker should be scoring, but it's a decent save because the penalty is struck hard. If the keeper's not there, it goes into the corner. I think it's a decent save. It's a decent save.
Erling Haaland, who and what you
good save needs more humbling. City humble curse.
I'm only speaking from a personal point of view, but I wouldn't be prepared to give a penalty up in a cup final. No chance.
As they will be POG champs, an FA Cup winner. True. But hey, job's not finished. Job's not finished. Job finished? Job's not finished.
Take goal kicks if you could.
Sketch's save was better. Nah, guys, let's be serious. Let's be serious. Be serious. Doku.
Got out of the way. Richards.
Munoz, well done.
The roar that greeted the save was almost as loud as that which was full of.
Well done by Wharton.
Let's go. Rocking from the Palace fans as well, wasn't it?
It's free on YouTube only in the UK. Wow, well, if that's the case, if you guys can, I'd recommend you guys go and get a VPN to go and to connect yourself in the UK.
The final third pass is no surprise that Manchester City are dominating that, but it's what they do with them.
Same thing though for the Champions League final. If you guys, the Champions League final is going to probably be streamed by TNT free in the UK on YouTube, but you need a VPN.
Mitchell. Had a bit of everything.
It's been great. It really has been an enjoyable first.
I live in Switzerland. That's false. Maybe it depends. Maybe on your country, but maybe it's like European countries only. So we'll see.
They have to be aware and be aware sharpish because of the pace that they can hit them with, and that was the goal.
But yeah, there are people. If you're watching on TV though in the UK, you're going to be ahead of me because BBC their feed is notoriously late. But if you guys are ahead of me, please no spoiling. No spoiling, please.
Kanji.
Ball in.
Nobody's going to benefit from that. Doku's trying to make Munoz work, but it will now be a Crystal Palace goal kick. Well, Tyrick Mitchell will be the most relieved Palace player that.
Yeah, it's
an equaliser there, and I think he'll still feel they got enough of the ball.
I thought there was a slight touch on the ball, but for him to give up the opportunity to go and take that penalty is a big surprise to me. But take nothing away from him. Dean Henderson, what a save that is. He reads it really well. Not only that, but that big strong arm to keep it out. The agony.
Diaz. De Bruyne to O'Reilly. Looking for Savinho. Mitchell's watching the ball carefully. Kamada. Another Silva. Good play. That
closing Eze down, getting 2 or 3 men around him, not giving him any space to turn and run at them, putting them under huge pressure.
Yeah, they really ought to.
Here's Doku. Ruben Diaz.
Clear your lines.
Richards there. Ruben Diaz and Mateta is causing him a problem.
Mateta, okay.
Away from De Bruyne. Now the cavalry's coming.
Ah.
Guardiola's been caught by Mateta, and Stuart Atwell will stop the play.
He's horrible to play against, Mateta. That's what
Jean-Philippe Mateta, low-key.
Horrible, you mean absolutely lovely, don't you?
Well, you have to be as a centre forward. You can't give it.
Honestly, like, you go and say Jean-Philippe Mateta. Surely, based on how things are going,
better than anyone in the league, I think, puts the.
I think potentially he has a shout on being for getting called up to the national team. We don't really have a profile like him. We lost that with Giroud. Low-key, I'm out. Didier Deschamps, appelle-le. The VPN doesn't work for me. Are you connected to the UK?
In front. It's tempting with the way that the game has been played.
Let me look on YouTube myself here. FA Cup final.
Well, Ortega had to make another save, didn't he, from Sarr when he had the little flick around. It's the 2 occasions, one the goal and one that. But you know they're a threat. They have caused them problems. But the vast majority of play has been with Manchester City, and they'll be kicking themselves out. They're not at least leveling the game because they've had a couple of really.
You guys, where is it being streamed though?
In the first minute or 2, and then of course with the penalty.
I'm in the UK and I don't have it here. Maybe if you're in Europe, it is. If to anybody who's watching it on YouTube, like what country are you watching it from? No! Oh, what a save! What is Henderson? It's not over. Clear your lines. Yes! 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 What a save! What a save, Henderson! What a save! What a save!
From the Crystal Palace keeper.
Wow! Dean Henderson, man of the match performance. Wow, that's a crazy save.
But they just can't beat that guy there, Henderson. It's a clever effort. Again, it's a good save.
Wow.
But again, he's got defenders backing him up and
I'm watching from in Harvey though. Is it what YouTube channel is it on?
Out of the back of the net.
Because if I type FA Cup final live stream, I don't have anything. I get watch-alongs, but I don't get the actual final itself. So like, where are you guys watching it on? Like, what's the channel you guys are watching the actual game on?
From the back at the minute, just before half-time, and get it up front. I think that's the long kick.
I'm watching right now from Switzerland the Emirates FA Cup. Yeah, I've looked on that channel. It's not available for me here. So maybe if you're in Europe, it works.
Pretty well there up to a point, but Adam Wharton did better for Palace. Now Mateta, who must be offside.
Yeah, he's offside. He's offside.
Eze and him got sort of mixed up. He didn't know whether he was offside or vice versa.
Hold on, let me check. I'm on.
They both were in the end.
It wasn't overly friendly from Akanji, was it?
Oh, Chanji, calm down. Let me connect it like a server in France.
Right in front of him. He slapped the ball out of Mateta's hand, and then there's a bit of a shrug. Was it just a strong arm in the back? Let's see. Yeah, it is.
Shove, isn't it? It's whether he falls awkwardly or not. On his shoulder.
The Emirates FA Cup.
He's resisted the attempt of Kevin De Bruyne to pull him back to his feet.
Yeah, I'm seeing here in France, it says the uploader has not made it available in your country. Let me connect to a Swiss server, maybe. I'm gonna try to help you guys here. All right, we're connected in Switzerland.
De Bruyne.
Yeah, so if you're in Switzerland, it works. So if you guys want a server that works for sure, connect yourselves to Switzerland, and that'll work.
Slightly away from Mitchell, back at him to stop the cross being a dangerous one.
Ref, is that not a foul? Surely.
In fact, he might as well give 2 here. And the second one was a bit of a hack on Eze.
You let the first one go, and then Mateta gets that ball and don't let the second one go because that is a foul. He was about to blow for that one there on De Bruyne, but he realised Mateta was getting the ball.
Ruben Diaz with a challenge on Mateta. Which one's he giving it for? Second one. You're right, he was about to give the first.
Sorry, you're trying to help. No, it works. It's just you have to be connected in Switzerland. So not everybody has access to it. So if you have a VPN and you connect to Switzerland, that for sure will work to watch the game. 3 minutes at a time.
Involvement of the season, 13 scored, 12 assists. His best season yet. This might be his best day yet. There's a way to go.
You said to qualify for the ECL if they win. I think if the winner of this, I think qualifies for the Europa League, if I'm not mistaken, but not the Champions League.
A lengthy VAR review. City came back with 5 of their own. Ruben Dias.
All right, yeah. If you comment again, I can go and pin that.
Richards will get his body in between ball and O'Reilly to shepherd it out of play.
Haaland can do with that ball when it's coming from that angle and you've got a couple of the defenders around you at that height. It's not a great.
Hold on, let me go back to Switzerland and search up FA Cup final. Okay, I've got the link.
Roar their team towards a half-time lead.
Watch the FA Cup final here by connecting
Ruben Dias
to a Swiss VPN server.
Marmoush put him under pressure.
We'll clear it. Server.
Mess about with this stage when there's only 45 or 50 seconds to go. You just got to get rid of it somehow.
There you go. I'll pin this comment.
Clean sheet going into half time, and that would be a good half for them.
So anybody who's coming and watching on the stream, if you guys want to watch the game for free and legally, connect yourselves to a Swiss VPN server. And yeah.
Free kick. Bernardo Silva.
There you go.
Kanji to Savinho. Well, he's got to get the. I was going to say he's got to get the ball in this time. There's not long left. Kanji.
Ball in.
O'Reilly didn't get any proper connection. Booted away, and that will do it for the first.
That's half. Let's go.
In the FA Cup final, Manchester City with all of the early pressure. Dean Henderson tested.
Vamos.
Swept in quite magnificently. We then saw.
Isn't this illegal? Using a I mean, if you use a VPN and you connect to it, you're watching the game legally. I think you should be fine.
At half time.
Well, what an extraordinary 45 minutes or so of football that was. I mean, for all their domination of Manchester City, by a goal to nil at half time. What are we going to find to talk about here, Wayne?
It's been some half and a lot of instances, and I think Palace deserve it. I think they've looked dangerous on the break.
The thing is, I don't know. Okay, hold on. I think maybe 𝙎𝙬𝘖 is like his nickname of his.
I know Henderson's made obviously the penalty save.
Is a full name.
I don't think Palace deserved it.
It's 𝙎𝙬𝘖𝘶
Possession, Man City 8% possession. The chances they're creating, they stuck to the game plan in terms of
Palace
what they wanted to do
before the game. This is how the game is going to go.
This is what this is obviously the way they're going to play.
This is exactly what they've been expecting. Yeah. And then, can he take the chance when he breaks?
Here's a stat for you. Ruben Dias has had more touches than made more successful passes than Crystal Palace.
Wow.
Yeah, but
dang, wow.
I think it's 1-0.
When you looked at the first 15 minutes, City were dominant, and there was a little bit of a worry that Palace couldn't get a foothold in the game. But I think it's something they've worked on this week. And Oliver Glasner
Frimpong just signed for Liverpool. Is it official?
On that counter. We talked about it, didn't we? Before.
Let me turn off the this background commentary. Let me see. Is it on Twitter? Let me go on Instagram. It's official. Like, who's commented on it though? I see. Let me go to Liverpool's thing. So this is Liverpool's thing here. This was 2 weeks ago, though. Not this. Fabrizio Romano gave the here we go. But has, like, I mean, has it been like officially made? I'm gonna look at Fabrizio Romano. Okay, that we knew. Breaking news: Jeremy Frimpong. Oh, not go working. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Jeremy Frimpong is set to join Liverpool. Here we go. An agreement done for the Dutch right back as Bayern Leverkusen are informed on a 35 million euro release clause being triggered. Understand Frimpong will sign a 5-year deal with medical now being scheduled. New right back for Liverpool. So here we go. Well, we'll see. Interesting. Very interesting. This is interesting too. RB Leipzig will not play in any European competitions for the first time since 2016-17. Both Xavi Simons and Benjamin Sesko are expected to leave the club this summer. So for Xavi Simons had the chance and the opportunity to come and play for PSG, but decided to go and forsake it and said he wanted more playing time, only to go to RB Leipzig. Yes, he's getting the game time and whatnot, but now won't even be playing in Europe, and now is needing to find himself a new club. Or not. Sometimes you think, especially given this year, he had the opportunity. He would have been under Luis Enrique. He would have given him game time. You see what Doué's been able to do. All this stuff, like typically, normally, Doué should have been. I mean, Xavi Simons should have been the Désiré Doué. But we'll see. We'll see. Liverpool are going to get colonized by Dutch players. Yeah, true. You got Van Dijk. You've got Gravenberch. You've got oh my goodness, Cody Gakpo as well. You had, you know, what's his name? Oh my goodness, Wijnaldum as well in the past. Dang. Do you think Marquinhos will start in the final, the UCL final? Which final are we talking about here? Which final we're talking about here? Dude, honestly, why did PSG sign Xavi Simons when he only just played like 5 professional games for them? Well, he came through. Well, initially they signed him from the academy. So this would have been when he was 16. So he left from Barca and he went to PSG, went through the academy, and then we sent him out. No, he left. He went to PSV, but we had like a $5 million release clause if we brought him back within the first year. So we did that, we triggered that, but then we sent him right back on loan to Leipzig last year. But then at the end of last year, he was coming back, and we want him to go and keep him and bring him in and install him within the project. But he said that he wanted guaranteed playing time last year and wasn't happy with the guarantees that Lucha was willing to make to him, and said he wanted to be a guaranteed starter, and Lucha wasn't willing to budge on that. And so he basically decided to go and leave. And if I'm not mistaken, over the transfer window, we officially sold him for like 60 million. So yeah, currently he's no longer a PSG player. But like last year, I would have been really happy with him. He played well. He had a good season last year. I think he would have fit well in the project. He's young. He's came through the academy. He understands everything. And so, yeah. Harvey Jr., what team do you support? I support PSG and Spurs. Let me make sure that there's nothing. Hold on. I feel like Xavi Simons would start over from. They're not the same player. I mean, maybe no. Even then, I wouldn't see it. They're not like Xavi Simons is like a winger, can play second striker. He's much more of a forward player. He's more of a like Désiré Doué almost. And even Désiré Doué, he can play as an 8. Xavi Simons, I don't necessarily think he can play as an 8. He's much more of a 10, left forward, left winger type player. So there was room for him, but he decided to go, man, and leave. Junior, did you hear about 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝙞𝙞's transfer to Real Madrid? Yeah, that is official though, because that I've seen in. If I go and I search up Real Madrid, like they've like properly officially signed him. So yeah, they got 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝙞 there. Exactly, welcome 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝙞 and everything. So this transfer is done. There we go. Wait, 8. Whoa. How many did I see? Hold on. So wait, guys, am I seeing this correctly? Look at the amount of followers Real Madrid has. 175 million, right? Compare that to 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝙞. Guys were telling me that 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝙞 has what, 881 million. Is this like, is this AI? Is this faked? Hold on, let me look. 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝙞. Let me go to his page. 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝙞. He's 1.3. I don't know what they were trying to go and do. But yeah, anyways. Do you think Xabi Alonso will actually sign Pedri to Madrid? I never heard those shouts, and I don't think it's going to happen. And even if you're Pedri, why would you leave at this point? Like, Barca are on the up. Madrid, I mean, they had a bad season this season, but you think that they'll rebound. But why leave a stable club where you know the things that are going around? We've been there already in the past. And a club currently that has a better sporting project, at least currently, to leave to a chaotic Real Madrid, who you're not even guaranteed that Xabi Alonso is going to go and, smash things up over there. If Nkana never had a small 35 million release clause, Liverpool would never buy him. That's fine, yeah, probably, but that's the release clause. Frimpong, another career wasted to money, just like Nkunku. Well, Nkunku, I think there's also the injuries there, but yeah, Nkunku, got to say, has been disappointing. And I think there's been rumors of that. There's been other clubs that are circling and wanting to get him and prime away from Chelsea. So it'll be interesting to see. So how's the match going? It's currently 1-0 to Crystal Palace FC. And so yeah, it's been great. Whom are you supporting? I be supporting Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, gotta support the underdog. But he hasn't gotten playing time, and according to Xabi Alonso, it would be better for his strategy. Who hasn't gotten playing time? We're talking about Pedri here. Are you talking about Pedri hasn't gotten playing time at Barca? We're talking about a different Pedri, or I'm talking about Pedri Gonzalez. Pedri Gonzalez, who has like the raccoon eyes. Are we talking about the same Pedri here? Nkuna was a dog at Leipzig. True, yeah, but there's a lot of players like that who are really good in the Bundesliga and haven't been able to translate that same form in the Premier League. What players are injured for PSG in the UEFA Champions League? Well, none of the starters thus far. If you want to go and say, I know that like Kimpembe's out, but he hasn't been a starter for the course of the season. City not winning a trophy this season is pretty fun. True, it would be, but it would also be, unfortunate for De Bruyne as well. But I'm not a City fan, so I don't really care if they win or they don't win it. It'd just be more so to go at our Arsenal fans. I've heard rumors that PSG are interested in Sergio Guirassy. Would it be a good transfer? Depends for how much. But the thing is, he wouldn't be a starter. If you did do a Guirassy, you'd have to get rid of Gonzalo Ramos in my eyes, because I don't think Guirassy starts for PSG. And if you're Guirassy, do you leave Dortmund, where you're starting week in, week out, to go and play for PSG, where you're going to have to be battling to even get into the starting 11. And not to mention, if I'm not mistaken, Guirassy already older than Gonzalo Ramos. And like, I think I'm happy with Ramos. He's been maybe not a starter, maybe won't ever be a starter at PSG. And again, you also think he's young, so you never know what could become of him. I say if we get Guirassy, but we have to get rid of Ramos, I'm not for it. Especially depending on how much you have to pay for him as well. Has Jonathan David been confirmed and moved out of Lille yet? Well, it's been confirmed that he's leaving Lille, but where he's going to, we don't know. We don't know. I feel like Mbembe's been out for 5 years at this point. Yeah, he's been out for a while. Do you use a free VPN? I do not. I use what is it called? Surfshark VPN is the VPN that I use. I used to use NordVPN, but they're paid. But I think they're worth it so long as you use them often enough. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't use it regularly, but especially in times of like, so sometimes I want to watch hockey games, and so I need to connect to a Canadian server to be able to watch them. And during like the World Cups and stuff like that, sometimes I won't use the feed here in the UK, and I'll actually connect to a feed back in Canada or something like that to be able to watch the games. Yeah, that's basically it. You guys should buy Isak. PSG. The thing is about Isak, if you're Isak, are you gonna leave? Like, I don't think. If Isak comes, it would mean that Dembele goes back to the right and he'd be your starting striker, and then you're gonna have a rotation of 𝙀𝙬, Barcola, Kvara on the wings, realistically. And it also probably have to mean that you have to get rid of Gonzalo Ramos again. And especially, it all depends on how much you ask for Isak. I think Isak would be a good profile, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. It's also if Lucho wants him. If Lucho wants him, if Lucho is on board, I'm all in. So yeah, we'll see. You know, there's a free VPN. There's a free VPN called Free VPN on the App Store with a unicorn icon where you can watch a couple ads to get a VPN in minutes. The thing is, though, it depends on where you can connect to, and also VPNs oftentimes they slow down your your internet connection as well to a certain degree, because they're having to route to an external country server, etc., so on and so forth. Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, the game is about to begin, so let's get back to things here.
Very relaxed. 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙎𝙬, Tyrick Mitchell, they were
hopefully
sharing a joke.
Crystal Palace can do it and stay keep this great form.
De Bruyne before he gets the second half going.
Come on, Crystal Palace.
Look, even he's relaxed, enjoying a smile and a greeting with a member of the crowd. They're halfway there. It feels like a small half.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. I think his message.
Come on.
As well, you're going to have to be brave. You are going to be put under pressure, but you got to stand up to it. And Wayne was right, is that the more City press that and look for that goal. Later
here we go. Second half is underway.
Open up for Palace, and that's going to be their game plan.
And it's a simple question, Alan, but what do Manchester City have to do differently and better?
They'll keep finishing.
Can you commentate the United final? I will be commentating the Europa League final. Don't worry.
Pep would have said more of the same. Keep moving the ball quickly. Keep trying to get the ball and make the pitch as big as possible and get it into the wide men and do what Doku did late on in the half and go past the defender. You've got to keep creating the chances and the hope that one of them will be taken.
No changes made by either boss during the half-time break. Here's Bernardo Silva trying to get Manchester City moving forward. And now
Savinho, good ball in. No, yes! No, it's not over. Clear it. Oh.
Brilliant, that was some Savinho. That's what he needs to do more. Superb wing play that is, getting to the byline, getting...
That was really well done, though, by Savinho.
We've talked about Munoz and Henderson and obviously 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙎𝙬, but Chris Richards hasn't put a footer ahead wrong.
He's done really well. Had to be strong there, didn't he? Knew he was under huge pressure.
𝙀𝙬𝙖 is a left-footed, but he's right-footed. I'm thinking for PSG. I don't know. I wouldn't mind 𝙀𝙬𝙖.
Tim Howard in 2004.
I wouldn't mind. The thing is, though, he'd probably be really expensive, though, to power away from Crystal Palace.
1873, playing for Wanderers.
You have been doing your homework, haven't you?
I have to look at more of his comps, though. I have to look at more of his comps. Are you doing a Europa League final watch along? Absolutely, 100%. Of course, of course.
There's a Kanji.
Will you be streaming? 100%. I have to be. The only reason I wouldn't be streaming that game.
That's away from Mitchell again.
No.
Richards is there.
The only reason I wouldn't be streaming a game of this importance is if I was at the game itself. But yeah, low key, I mean, that game Saturday, at that point, I'll be finished with my exams. I will have a presentation afterwards to do. No.
That time he's thwarted by
Yikes. But like low key for that one, I'm probably gonna start. We're gonna have a crazy pre-game to the live stream. We're probably gonna be starting the stream like an hour, perhaps ahead of time.
Richards had to get a touch on that. You can see 𝙀𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾 coming for it. Brilliant.
What's happened to Foden? I didn't even realize he's not playing. Dang, I completely forgot about Phil Foden. Wow.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Fulham is not. Wow. Foden's not even. I hadn't even realized what has happened to Phil Foden. I don't watch City like that, so.
Bullying 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘾 there. There's Wharton trying to find 𝙎𝙊𝘾, which is done.
Offside.
Savinho's done more in the first 3 minutes.
Junior, sell Kimpembe and get 𝙀𝙖𝘖 with that money and extra money from the budget of the year. He's a great defender.
They were playing a recording of your voice.
I mean, I'm not sure how much you're selling Kimpembe. Kimpembe is maybe going for tops like 15 mil.
This time he does.
No. Yes.
But there's an extra bit of intensity about Manchester City's forward play now,
particularly from the right-hand side. And
yeah, I'm not sure though if 𝙀𝙖𝘖 is next to the right profile. I'm just thinking of right-footed center backs that potentially could. I just said that like that. I have to watch more of 𝙀𝙀𝘖's play and whatnot.
Already they're under pressure.
And also, he'd cost a lot of money too.
𝙀𝙀𝘖 a scorer in the final late on a year ago, but too late for Manchester City. They were already 2 behind to United.
The follow for Foden needs to be studied. Vinny hasn't even fallen off that hard. Yeah, Foden went from being the best player in the Premier League, best player in England, to
Premier League champions.
Not even starting.
This is it. Trophy-wise, this is it. Salah loses out to O'Reilly.
Pedri creates 90% of Barca's chances, and he's good at holding the ball. Yeah, listen, obviously I know it's not at me, but I've never said anything wrong about Pedri. What I just don't get is how people like Barca fans, how has Pedri had, or how has Lamine had a better season than Pedri? Is my question.
There's Mateta. That'll be Manchester City's first point of concern. Where's
𝙀𝙬𝘖𝘖? Oh no! Oh, what a chance! Oh!
Stop the play.
What a chance by 𝙀𝙬𝘖.
His hands, hasn't he, Eze? He thinks that's a really good opportunity. I mean, that is such a weapon to have, that length of throw, the flick on.
Oh, what a block!
Good, timely block.
Oh, that's a very vital block.
𝙀𝙖𝘖 took one.
Yeah, he took one right into the face.
To the head from Adam Wharton.
Yeah.
That's why we've got the delay, and Pep Guardiola looks deep in thought. Taking the counsel as always. I think he's taking it from Juan Marlillo. City fans burst into a booming rendition of Blue Moon. This is still the moment that's made the biggest difference.
Such a clever goal, and you can see the reaction from Pep Guardiola, because he knows that is a strength of theirs. There's no doubt that he would have spoken about that to his team.
Only God. 𝙀𝙬𝘖𝘖, I like you, man. I'm starting the 𝙀𝙬𝘖𝘖 hype.
Henderson, lucky to stay on. Then he does that. Then he does this.
He's having a great game, isn't he? Interesting game.
Oh, Henderson's got the cap on.
To FA Cup final. He's gone for the cap.
He's got the hat on. Oh, I need Crystal Palace to win this game. Crystal Palace, I need the underdogs. Come on, Crystal Palace. No, if they win this game, I might low-key go and get a Crystal Palace shirt. Hold on, let me check how much a Crystal Palace shirt is. Let me go to their website. Crystal Palace.
Tip top. They'll go through all the tests here.
Let me see how much one of their kits costs.
In a conversation with the physio, the doctor.
Come on, come on. Oh, I love this team, man. Shaw, how much is it? How much is it?
A 5-year plan to try and
£70. Okay, okay.
2021. They got to the Cup semi-finals in 2022. That was a big marker. Roy Hodgson, of course, has played such a huge part in everything they've done. And maybe they've gone backwards a little bit.
Oh, but they're all out of order.
It seems as though it's all systems go. And
no. Is this a player kit? Oh, body fit. Okay. I don't need the body fit one. I just need the home shirt.
At the moment,
they're all out of the sizes.
Manchester City great and an FA Cup winner.
No.
1969 with Joe Mercer and 𝙬𝙾𝘼𝙎𝑾.
Dang. I get a Crystal Palace shirt. I get a Crystal Palace shirt.
Next to him, yeah. And there's Steve Coppell and Alan Smith. Steve Coppell had the Palace post, what, 4 times? He was the manager in 1990. He had the Manchester City job for 33 days. And Alan Smith was the Eagles' boss on a couple of occasions as well. And both men, really important figures in the history of Palace.
Why don't you actually support Palace instead of Spurs?
We've got highlights of today. And
no, it's just, well, I mean, I want to support a big London team. And also I used to live in North London and live close to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That's why. And also like Harry Kane and whatnot. Yeah, but no, I like Crystal Palace. I like Crystal Palace. I used to go to school in South London as well. I like them.
And that's on Match of the Day 2 from 10:30.
I like their players. It's a great club, great club. Respect to Crystal Palace. Respect to Crystal Palace.
Twice a losing FA Cup manager with Chelsea. Did win the cup in Germany and France.
A couple of impressive performances from England players today.
Well, he'll be back here on the 10th of June when England play the Lions of Teranga, Senegal. To De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva to Jeremy Doku. There's a man light just at the moment. Doku still getting checked on the sidelines.
Yeah, it's a complete defensive display now for Crystal Palace.
And he makes his return.
The only thing though is that you hope that they don't concede.
I think he'll be playing.
How long have you been a PSG fan? I started really supporting PSG in the, I want to say 13-14 season. The season where they had the kit. Zlatan's second season, if I'm not mistaken. That's when I really started supporting or watching them like regularly in the Champions League, I go and say. I remember because that year we got knocked out by Chelsea, the Demba Ball goal, that goal. Diego Simeone, haram ball is required. Now this time it's not haram ball. This time it's. I can't say demarcal because I love Christian Palace FC. It's lock up the gates of paradise. Lock up the gates of paradise ball. That's what it is.
Got that a bit wrong. He missed the ball. Away.
Lock up the gates of heaven. That's what it is.
Guardiola. Marmoush couldn't reach it. Mitchell decided he couldn't let it run all the way. And it's the same story. Palace can't get out.
Yeah, same thing as what happened in the first half. Second half has started exactly the same. They're putting them under huge pressure. They're moving the ball around from side to side.
Doku.
No.
Comes no. And he's battling away, Bernardo Silva.
Oh, well done. Good defense. Good. Well done. Well done.
Really good play from Doku.
That was vital play. That was vital.
Clever touch from Bernardo Silva. I just wonder whether he could have gone for the shot there rather than the cross.
And now, and we won't see many more of these for Manchester City. A Kevin De Bruyne delivery. Haaland's on the move.
It's a nice ball in. Too far though.
Get to that.
No, no, no.
Haaland once again.
No.
Again.
Well done, well done.
Is his.
Is Ederson injured? Why isn't he playing? I think he's fit. I think it's just that Ortega is the cup keeper, and so Pep stuck to him, or stuck to him. Pardon me.
They missed it, but doesn't look 100% fit, does he?
There's one player who never seems to worry about fitness. 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝑗𝑖 a motoring machine. Well trusted and known to Glasner from their time together in the Bundesliga. Cross comes in, looking for 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏.
Oh, ooh, that ball! If that ball is somewhere else. Another chance here from Crystal Palace.
Into the box and try and put those defenders under pressure.
Imagine if Crystal Palace were to score here in front of their fans. Wow.
It's going to be another opportunity for Chris Richards.
Come on, Chris Richards. Bring back the flow. Come on. Long ball in. It's a good ball in.
Gets it in there. 𝙀𝙀 got out of the way. Oh,
go in.
Wrong-footed.
Yeah. Yes. 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 I called it. Let's go. Vamos. Let's go. Christian Palace FC. All the glory to God. 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 Vamos! In. Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. Gracias a Dios, Pai. God, you are good. God, you are great.
They did exactly that. They just can't.
Let's go.
The lack of reaction from Man City.
Please tell me he's on. Let's go. Is he onside?
Nem and Munoz, the ones that attacks it. But is he offside?
Oh.
Does 𝙎 get a touch? Does he?
No.
In any way here?
Oh, 𝙎 might be offside. Does he get a touch?
Munoz, it was deflected.
No, he gets a touch. No.
Who was offside?
No. No, it's not going to count.
Munoz raced to the ball to make sure he could poke it over the line, but it may be that these.
It's going to be ruled out. No.
It may possibly be
Munoz as well.
What would be alarming to me is the lack of reaction from the Man City players when they're under huge pressure.
No, because he's clearly offside, but it takes a deflection off of. It takes a deflection off of a.
Ball needs to be cleared when all of them stand.
Off of a City player, but it's not going to count. He didn't have control of the ball. No.
It's got to be ruled out, hasn't it? Because that big deflection is what wrong-footed Ortega and.
Yeah.
He couldn't get down and make the save. A clean one. So it will.
He's saying wait.
1-0.
He says wait. Yeah, I think it's going to be ruled out.
The goal.
Because he's clearly offside. Even by the naked eye, you can clearly see he's offside.
Give them many more.
And in fairness, all the City players are putting their hands up.
The right mess of the clearance to give that long throwaway, and that would be alarming. That would be how quick the Palace player reacted compared to Man City. Got away.
No.
He's definitely in an offside position, though.
Yeah, he's offside. He's offside.
Now,
but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You guys are still in the lead. They're still in the lead. 30 minutes to go. Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace.
they then thought they'd scored a third, and that one was ruled out by a VAR check for offside on what was the first day of semi-automated offside technology in the Premier League. And that was the moment Manchester City switched on.
Is 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝑗𝑖 coming off?
Now, one thing that's...
Mark 𝙀𝑬's coming off.
City,
Captain. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! The fitness coach is like going at him. Let him box. 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 Let them box. This game is cinema.
Maybe that was the reason for the
Come on.
row going on between the medical teams there.
Yeah, he's off and Lerma's on.
Come on, though. It's not. Job's not finished. Job's not finished. Ooh.
And it's going to be a goal kick for Crystal Palace.
Well, that was a crazy 3 or 4 minutes, wasn't it?
Wow, 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 wow. Well, what a game.
That sort of day.
Nah, they should have let him box. Let him box. Let him box. We wanted to see him drop the mitts.
Well, maybe it wasn't the medical team. I think it's Paddy McCarthy was involved, Palace coach, and now they've all calmed down in there. All finding it a huge joke behind Pep Guardiola. Well, nearly all. Paddy McCarthy and the Palace coaching team, a former Manchester City junior player.
No.
Here's Marmouche.
Watch out. No. Kevin De Boer's dangerous from here. Clear.
Mitchell.
Well done. Ooh.
Now it's 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙾𝘼. Doku.
No.
Tried it against the back of O'Reilly. Couldn't adjust himself. Munoz. Who's joined. Well, he'd have enjoyed the moment, if not the outcome.
Yeah.
Come on.
Onto it, there wasn't he, that loose ball, the way he attacked it.
𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘼.
Too long.
Too much of Doku, he's not getting to that.
Nothing will change from a Palace point of view with Gay going on and Lerner coming in there. He'll just...
Now they got a camera on the fitness coach.
Certainly won't change the system.
And Paddy McCarthy still stewing a little bit there on the Palace bench.
Bro, guys, no.
Had a few words with Pep Guardiola.
No spoilers.
At half time. A day for a little bit of extra emotion, and sometimes it just spills over. Oh, that's why we love it.
It happens. Move on. It's football.
Thought just then you were going to go into pressure is for tyres again.
Oh, can't use that line ever again.
Good. Here's Akanji. Bernardo Silva. Never quite got to number 1, did it?
Do you remember coming? No. It was some...
Akanji.
It was someone else. People, like, if you're watching the game, if you're ahead, please, no spoiling, or otherwise, you're gonna get timed out. Like, even if you guys want to go and say it as a joke, like, because the thing is, well, some people are actually, are ahead.
Diaz.
So don't ruin it for everybody else.
De Bruyne. Savinho. Just a little more swiftness about Manchester City when they are moving the ball here. Savinho. It's back the other way. Doesn't run Mitchell this time. Ruben Diaz. Doku. De Bruyne. Savinho. Something a little bit different. Henderson watched it all the way.
Henderson with the base cut count.
Would have been the overlap. Akanji was coming on the outside of him. If he just had waited a split second.
Some more numbers. City with double the attempts on goal. Nothing to show for them.
Not yet. It's on target as well.
They didn't score at Southampton last week, despite 26 shots. Misfiring again.
Foul. That's a yellow. That's a yellow. That's a yellow. That's a yellow. That's a yellow.
And Nico O'Reilly's getting it.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Really clever play that is from Munoz. Once he comes back inside.
Yeah, he's just trying to get a hold of him.
There's only one thing he's going to do and stop him, and that's why he gets the yellow card.
The first yellow, which City fans might find curious, given that they will feel, or some of them will feel, that Dean Henderson maybe should have had a red.
No, red is crazy. Maybe a yellow, yeah.
Mitchell. That's Lerma.
It's a good ball in.
Beauty. Doku gets back.
Corner. Corner. Nah, come on. Now, come on, Palace. Come on, Palace. Score from this set play. Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace.
Up and down.
Come on, Palace.
Everything that Palace have done well this afternoon, he's been at the heart of it, hasn't he?
First corner of the contest for a team which Pep Guardiola says is one of the best at set pieces in the Premier League, and the numbers there back that up.
Come on, Palace. Get something here. Create something here. Come on, 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏, 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏, Lerma. Come on, get something here.
Against Manchester City in December.
Come on, Warren. Put in a good ball in.
At Manchester City in April.
Good ball in. It's a bit high. Swung back in there.
He's going to have another go.
Offside.
Defending.
Offside, yeah. No, it was offside. It was offside. It's offside.
I think it might have been disallowed if that had gone underneath the bar. I think the assistant on the far side had been flagging for offside, though.
Yeah, he was. Come on. What, 23, 22 and a half minutes to go here in regulation.
Somehow stayed unchanged since the 16th minute when 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙎𝙏 netted for Palace. Ruben Diaz. Doku's demanding the ball on the left. Sarr is there to help out Munoz. Ruben Diaz.
Come on. Just stay solid defensively.
Akanji. Here's De Bruyne. Miscontrol, and Mitchell was quick to seize upon that. Now 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝑗𝑎's got to be quick and sure-footed to find Ortega. Akanji. 𝙀𝙀𝘼.
Had a good season, Guardiola, hasn't he?
True.
Until that point.
Go on. He's offside. He's offside.
Good timing.
They brought back.
Commentator's curse. It's not going to be a foul.
Wasn't really likely to develop into a Palace advantage.
They'll take that, though, Palace, won't they? Any time just to get a bit of a breather and slow the game down. Take as much time as they can. As would any team in this position.
Maxence Lacroix.
Maxence.
Kamada. Lacroix. It's a searcher. Well, he just has a glance. Of course, Munoz has made up the ground to be with him.
Go on, Munoz.
Now there's a scrap.
Foul, yeah. That's a foul.
He's gone to Nico O'Reilly.
Well fought by Munoz.
The glance was telling.
What a fight by Munoz.
You know he's going to be there. And he really is. As I said, the energy that he has is just non-stop, constant, putting you under pressure, asking you all sorts of questions about your game.
Crystal Palace fans non-stop bouncing. Those old enough have only seen their side win one trophy, the ZDS Cup, 1991. They beat Everton 4-1.
Wow.
You got to the final of that, didn't you?
Another final that I was beaten in. Yes, thanks for mentioning that.
Talk about a proper Mickey Mouse trophy. No idea what that is.
There's Doku.
Away.
Chip in. Oh, spending away from Marmoush. He's working best he can. Akanji.
Watch out. First time, well done.
City.
Come on, 20 minutes to go here. 20 minutes to go.
Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne. Haaland.
No.
De Bruyne. Richard to stop another one. Doku. Ruben Diaz. There's not a lot of space in that box.
Watch out, watch out.
Diaz. Doku against Munoz.
No, 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 no! Oh, well done, Adam Morton. What a way to sacrifice yourself there. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt.
Don't want to have the ball at his feet and have time to pick his head up and have a look. It's that man, De Bruyne. And he had to be closed down really quickly. It does hit him on the back of the head.
That's going to leave a mark. It's a miter football as well. That's gonna hurt.
Will go down there.
That's gonna hurt. It's a miter football as well, bro. For those of us who play with a miter football, that's gonna leave a mark. That is going to leave a mark.
Clock won't help it.
I'm surprised they haven't done that a little bit more. You know, when the wingers have got the ball or got the ball into the middle, if they can't do that, then there's no harm in pinging that ball right into the middle, right into Haaland's feet, as they did a minute or two earlier. That with a little try to get a 1-2 with that man there with Kevin De Bruyne.
Now, I know he said at half-time that he would say, carry on as you are and work those chances, but he is surprised he hasn't even motioned to make a change yet.
I don't think it'll be long. If it's another 2 or 3 minutes, then he'll have to make a change or two, I think.
Phil Foden.
Phil Foden is training.
Today would be a good time to change that. Jack Grealish.
Jack Grealish is out.
Minutes. 𝙀𝙬𝘖𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙬 Gundogan looks as though he wants to get on.
Dang, you think like Jack Grealish, guys? I don't think we talk about Jack Grealish. Has to be one of the biggest transfer busts in world footballing history. He had one good season. We'll go and say the season where they won the treble. But apart from that, this guy cost him £100 million. Nah.
He starts with City on the ball. Doku. Guardiola. Good challenge.
Sar.
Holding off De Bruyne. Not fully though. Doku. Mateta only just back to his feet. Bernardo Silva.
No, 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 no. Nothing, nothing. Get out.
Got to be better. Got to be better, that ball in there.
Grealish wasn't particularly instrumental that treble lull. Yeah, true. As in, he had one good season. No, no, no. Yes.
Another heroic block, this time Munoz.
It's not over. Yes. Come on. Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace.
Really clever, intelligent pass.
It's a great ball by.
He doesn't need to come back onto his left foot.
Yeah, he needs to shoot it earlier. But it's not over.
City take a short corner. Doku, De Bruyne. Probably his best pass of the game. Bernardo Silva was ganged up on there.
Foul, foul. Vamos, Jean-Philippe, 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 vamos. C'est ça. On récupère les fautes comme ça. Jean-Philippe, va chercher ta sélection, va chercher ta convocation à l'équipe de France. Vas-y, Jean-Philippe.
Guardiola is about to make his first 2 changes.
There's the opportunity there. That is a great pass from De Bruyne, but shoot there, shoot.
Yeah, he should have shot. The brilliant tackle by Munoz, though.
Got to get that shot away.
Is that Savinho coming off? Why are they taking off Savinho? So Phil Foden's on. Omar Marmouche. For who?
𝙀𝙬𝘖𝘾𝑼𝙎𝑎𝑑𝙎 is coming on for his Manchester City debut.
Who?
19 years old.
Who?
He was signed from River Plate in January of last year, loaned back until January of this year. He's been billed in his homeland as the right-footed Messi.
Who?
He's not made the bench at all before today, and now today, for 15 minutes and a little bit more,
Who is this guy?
To try and save the cup final for his new team.
What an opportunity for him.
Who? I mean, listen, he could shut us up. But who is this guy?
Doesn't get his first touch just yet.
Slips.
A wild card.
Wow, okay. I mean, the game's not done. Still, what, 15 minutes to go.
What a chance.
Yeah, never heard of this right-footed Messi. Never heard of this guy before.
20 championships in January and February this year.
All right, fair enough. Monster of a youngster.
He's a player.
I've never heard him. Never heard him before. Hey, I'll hold my hands up. I was not aware of his game. I'm not aware of his game.
It's unbelievable that he's been given his first chance to play in this country. Now, here.
Or here he's on the ball.
He was the player last year. Hasn't hit those heights this season. Bernardo Silva. Ruben Diaz. Akanji. Foden. Akanji, one look. First time cross goes behind the goal.
But again, that ball.
Come on, come on, come on, Palace. Come on, Palace. What? 12, 13, couple minutes to go. Eddie Nketiah, come on. Another member of Christian FC, come on.
Palace change. And Jean-Philippe Mateta.
Jean-Philippe Mateta. Quel match de ta part, Jean-Philippe Mateta. Tonton Mateta. Tonton Mateta, va chercher ta convocation. Jean-Philippe Mateta, you sacrifice yourself for the team.
Home comes Eddie Nketiah, who knows this feeling. Coming off the bench.
Come on.
And winning the FA Cup.
Eddie Nketiah, your defense is in trouble. Nketiah's in the room.
It's a different feeling. What Nketiah will do is run. Bernardo Silva. Echeverri who's giving chase. Lerma in charge. And Henderson on the ball. I'm trying to think the last time I saw a goalkeeper wear a cap in the cup final. I think we might be going back to Bruce Grobbelaar. Steve Coppell, who got Palace so close in 1990 to a replay when they were a thing with Manchester United, having been 7 minutes away from winning the game in extra time. Mark Hughes thwarted those hopes. Lee Martin with the only goal in the replay.
Yeah, very well.
De Bruyne. Akanji. Bernardo Silva. It's time for drama yet.
Away, no. No.
Through. Richards strokes the ball to Palace.
Well done, clear it away. Foul, ref?
Just got on the ball once or twice, hasn't he, in the last couple of minutes. De Bruyne made a couple of key passes.
And we've seen this before. Bernardo Silva starting to prompt things from deep. There's De Bruyne. There's Diaz. Foden. Akanji.
Come on, Palace.
Bruyne.
Good block.
Corner.
Another corner, though. Come on. 10 minutes to go. Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace. You're nearly there. You're nearly there.
To try and do something. It's very much the same as it has been for large parts of the game.
Phil Foden to whip the ball in.
That's okay, but not really created a lot at the minute.
Phil Foden puts this one in deep. Haaland high.
I mean, that one opportunity, hasn't there, from Nico O'Reilly that he chose to come, try to go back onto his left side, but other than that, there's not been a lot.
You've heard that. The official attendance given us 84,000.
Only 84.
Which is round about the norm for the FA Cup final now.
I thought Wembley has a capacity of like 90,000. Oh well.
And that's what it does to you.
Imagine, I
It's-
know how they're feeling.
It's beautiful and agonising all at once.
Absolutely, so right.
Here's Walter. Doku. His arms outstretched, they don't get a decision. Doku to De Bruyne. De Bruyne.
Oh, no, no.
Bernardo Silva is trying to set Haaland free. Haaland to Foden.
Watch out, don't let him get in. Don't let him get in. No.
Foden.
No, no.
De Bruyne.
No, no.
Echeverri has another go.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Came back his way.
Yes.
Wasn't it, Echeverri?
How have they not scored?
De Bruyne chose not to have the shot. He
How have they not scored?
thought he was going to have a pop at goal, but that is a clever pass. But again, it's that man between the sticks. Been the difference, hasn't he? Not a clear look at the goal, but it goes straight at him. It's a good save again, though.
Come on, Henderson.
I think there's a little deflection off the knee of 𝙋𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾.
Oh, come on. Come on, Christian Palace FC. Come on. Come on. No, it's just gamesmanship. Gamesmanship.
Aftermath of that, Ruben Diaz has been cautioned. I think that's purely because he couldn't hold his tongue. It's getting to them all. A team that's so used to winning. 4 titles in a row before this season. Plenty more besides. But apart from the Community Shield right at the start of the season, way back when, it might be nothing at the end of this one.
Wow.
7 minutes to go, the 90. There'll be a good deal more after that. Foden. Akanji.
Away.
Yes, there's Richards. Nketiah. Oh, he's taken out. Stuart Atwell doesn't wave advantage. Palace try and take advantage anyway. Sarr's moving forward. Ortega will get
decent
there
ball in.
first. And Palace can't believe that play wasn't brought back for a free kick because Akanji's jumped in on Nketiah. He's nowhere near the ball.
It is a foul, there's no doubt. But the ref's right, he has to try and let play go on, and because they're in possession of the ball and in a good position, Crystal Palace.
Here's Echeverri. Doku. Bernardo Silva couldn't stretch enough. De Bruyne.
That's a foul.
And he's going to get carded now. And it's all getting just a little bit messy for the team that until this season.
Come on. Come on, Crystal Palace.
Desperation, isn't it? They know it's slipping away from them and feel the pressure. And you can see it in their game.
Steve Parish can barely look up. There's Brighty. Mark Bright, who came so close in that team of 1990 to being an FA Cup winner. He'll feel he's owed this.
Absolutely. I mean, when you consider how much pressure he was under at the beginning of the season, they had a tough start, didn't he? So from then to now, if they can hold out, wow. Name in the history books, Crystal Palace.
At the start of this season, they only won 1 of their first 13 Premier League games. They've since won 11 of 23. Not even any talk of Oliver Glasner going, leaving his post. They let him get on with it. Look where it's taken them. Incidentally, the only time before when Palace won 1 of their first 13 was in the first Premier League season in 92-93, and they were relegated.
We've got a bit of work to do yet, though, because as you said, there's what, 5 minutes and whatever extra time, injury time.
That's Sarr, and Ruben Diaz didn't wait for Ortega. He got rid. Eze.
Come on. If they can get a late goal here, that would be crazy.
I think he's about to be substituted. Just took a bit of a bump from Echeverri after the ball had gone.
Good switch.
There's 𝙀𝙾𝘼𝘾𝘼.
Go on.
Munoz, he's arrived.
Munoz. Ooh.
Ortega went for it, didn't get anything on it.
Well done, well done.
Deep in their own territory. Wharton's still down.
For the umpteenth time, that guy's down that right-hand side.
Wow, what a game by Munoz. Honestly, if it's not for the keeper, he's probably the man of the match.
Well, Adam Wharton missed last week with an ankle ligament injury. He has trained all week.
XG farming is off the charts.
He's not fully all the way there. Now
He's coming off
with Will Hughes to come on to try and seal this.
So Will Hughes is coming on for Wharton.
Will only have drawn impressive glances from the watching England manager.
Couldn't agree more, Guy. I really couldn't. Without being spectacular, you know, I've put a shift in, I tell you. The work off the ball he's had to do this afternoon.
Come on, come on. 3.5 minutes plus added time. Come on.
Bernardo Silva. Oh, Nketiah was closing. Here's Guardiola. And the clock ticks around to 87. De Bruyne. Akanji. Foden, just a bit too casual with the pass. Mitchell was ready to gobble it up. Eze. Nketiah. Ruben Diaz steps across.
Clever play that is from Eze. It really is. Really intelligent play. He knows exactly where the defenders are and who's about to come and try and tackle him. The awareness was superb.
Bernardo Silva in a race to get off. The Palace fans wanting that clock to race through towards the full-time whistle.
Come on.
Experience for experience as 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝙾𝘼
So Gundogan's coming on now.
'88 minutes gone.
There'll be some tired legs out there because every single Palace player has worked so hard. They've been under huge pressure for large parts of this game.
Yeah, City just don't have the legs anymore. They're not pressing nearly as well.
Henderson. That's Guardiola. Kamada to Richards. Played through by 𝙀𝙀.
Is he onside?
Is offside.
Offside, yeah.
Well, we're hearing at the moment, unconfirmed right now, but we're hearing there's going to be 10 minutes.
10 minutes!
It doesn't surprise me because they've tried to run down the clock as much as they can.
Wow. Wow, there's still plenty of time here. We're going to be here for a while then.
It'll be a long 10 minutes for them.
There'll be a mixed reaction to that.
Dang, 10 minutes. Jeez Louise.
De Bruyne. Guardiola. Doku.
Make that 116 charges.
And again, Jeremy Doku. Trying to find the space. Maybe can he find the shot? No, he went away from goal. Foden.
Come on.
De Bruyne.
Surely not. Surely not. Knock it down to 8. Knock it down to 8.
Ruben Diaz.
Well, let's see how much time there actually is going to be. Is it going to be 10 actually?
Sarr will not move. Here's Guardiola.
No.
Needed the extra touch.
Away. It's 10 minutes. It's actually 10 minutes.
He might have been offside as well.
There we go, 10 minutes. It's greeted by cheers from the City section, and there's a few Palace fans putting their hands on their heads.
Oh.
Totally understandable. I get their anxiety and frustration at that 10 minutes. But from a Manchester City point of view, that, to me, at times, you know, when they pass and I mean, it's an emergency for them. I think the ball can go into the box.
116 charge happening live. You got Pep outside. He's stressing. Man City fans stressing. But Crystal Palace, please, come on, do it.
They've had huge success with that, I know it. But when you're desperate as they are at this moment in time, I do think it can go in earlier than it does, or has done.
Foden. taken away from him. But then taken out of play by Lerma. 1 minute of the 10 has gone.
Come on, 9 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go. Chat, do I get up to support them?
Dean Henderson got a booking.
Should I stand up?
Play for taking a bit too long about his business. He'll take.
If we get to 5, I'll stand up. If we get to 5 minutes, 95 minutes, we'll stand up.
Standing, isn't it?
Come on, no. No, nothing, nothing.
That ball says nothing to see there.
Ah, they can't get the ball out though.
Now it's Akanji. De Bruyne.
No.
Turned away. Foden back to Akanji. 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙞𝙬. 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙞𝙬. He's seen so much of it. It's in his mind this time. Gets
No, no.
line, headed away as
No.
De Bruyne.
No.
And he's put it wide.
Vamos.
You wanted to fall to, it would be him, wouldn't it? The touch and the volley, you just can't get it. It's always going away from goal. Just the fade, isn't it? There you go. You can see it.
Yeah, you can see what he's trying to do, but it's too much curl on it.
Well, we're coming to the end of his Manchester City era. Are we coming to the end of a bigger era?
Potentially.
The Northern powerhouse is not what it was.
Foul.
Done enough in the second half to go and win this FA Cup final, have they? I was expecting more.
You catch a safe, please say football.
Yes, they've had the.
I mean, City haven't been good. Can't go and say safe football, but come on, come on.
To win it up to now.
No.
Here's 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙞𝙬. It was a good
block.
Final swing at the ball.
Well, that's what's happened. That's been a constant. There's always been a crystal.
Always been a block, something in there. Come on. 7.5 minutes to go. Less than that. 6 minutes and 6.5 minutes to go. Come on.
De Bruyne. As they stop the pass from reaching Gundogan. And then very coolly gets away for a couple.
Foul! Foul! Thank you, ref. Vamos, 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙬. Wish!
Who dumped him to the floor. And he's going to get a yellow card.
He was under no stress, was he? Is there?
Just how he plays the game. What a lovely feature that was pre-match. Going back to his South London roots. This will mean so much more to him and them.
Yes, sir.
If it happens for Crystal Palace, that is. It's not just a first major trophy in their proud history. A place in Europe awaits for the first time ever.
True, dang.
If they can hang on for 6 more minutes.
Come on, just hold out a bit more.
𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙬𝘼 to De Bruyne.
Nketiah thought he was going to get tripped, didn't he? And he didn't.
Foden. Manchester City needs.
Foden's been quiet ever since he's come on.
There's plenty out there on the field.
Run to the corner flag. They need the ball first. They need the ball first in order to do that.
I don't think they've needed it quite so urgently as they do now. 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙬𝘼. Can't get through.
Well done.
Ball by Will Hughes, who was in the Watford team that got hit for 6 by City on this stage 6 years ago. Diaz to 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙬𝘼. 𝙎𝙬𝘼 gets himself half a yard.
Clear.
Couldn't keep it out.
Good save. No, it's not over. Come on. Come on, let me stand up.
Akanji.
No.
Didn't get there. 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝑖𝙖𝙬𝑼 does, and it's blocked again. Arms in the air, claiming
They're
hand.
saying a don't, please, please, no.
Exactly the same thing. What's happened again? You've got 3 players closing them down. I mean, the Man City players are screaming for a penalty for handball.
Come on. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go.
Ruben Diaz. Doku.
Come on.
Thinking outside the box. That's what it's going to take.
Well done. Well done, Eddie. Come on.
Incidentally, the review for handball's over. Not given.
The arm was really close to the body.
Foden.
Come on. Just last minute defending. Away. Let it go out. Yes. Come on.
Just have a look where Doku is when that ball's coming into the box. Can't afford to be standing out there. He knows that they're desperate and the ball's about to come in. He's got to try and get in there and attack it. There's only Haaland in there.
Clear pen. Where?
3 minutes left.
Come on. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Come on. Come on, Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace 3 minutes away.
Come on, Crystal Palace.
This moment in their history.
Come on.
It has echoes of 1988 Wimbledon against Liverpool. Crazy gang against the Culture Club. Maybe not that dramatic a difference between the sides, but
Crystal Palace FC. Come on. Crystal Palace FC. Come on.
They've had to sit deep. They've had to defend. They've had to get men behind the ball.
Come on. 2.5 minutes to go. Come on. Last gap. Come on.
They've managed to get in. One closing down, another one backing him up.
I'm not looking at the chat because I know some of you guys are ahead, so I don't want to get spoiled. Away.
Goes for it. Mitchell went with him. Gundogan down to Echeverry. There's Akanji. Here's Foden. De Bruyne.
Away.
Watch that bounce and let it roll.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. People are praying.
It will all be worth it if they can hang on.
Oh, you got a Man City fan who's crying.
Manchester City fans, believe it or not, who are too young to have known the glory years.
Little kid crying in the stands. Yeah, you got to feel for him.
But they aren't done quite just yet.
Not yet. Nearly.
Come on. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. All right, I'm not looking at the chat.
City want the free kick, but they've got one.
All right, for the last minute, I'm not looking at the chat. Come on, 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. 99 minutes. Get to 100. 100 and you have the title. Don't concede.
Here's Kevin De Bruyne. The next chance, if there is to be a chance, has to go in for City. Doku. Thought better of it. Diaz back to Jeremy Doku.
Come on.
Hughes won't get out of his way. Doku has the
No. Yes! They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
I've never seen a scuffed shot cheered so much in all my life. I really haven't. That's how desperate and nervous.
10 seconds to go.
He is. Look at the stress on his face.
The chairman, Steve Parish, don't go yet.
Come on. Blow the whistle.
But it is the year of the Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Come on.
Now the Eagles of South London.
Come on. Blow the whistle. Yes! Yes! They did it! Crystal Palace FC! Yes! Let's go! Vamos! En nome do Pai, do Filho e do Espírito Santo. Amém. Vamos! Crystal Palace FC! Let's go! Wow! This is my team! Let's go! They did it! Against all the odds! Nobody believed in them! But God did! But God did! But God did!
because his team again didn't turn up in that second half. But today is not about Manchester City or Pep Guardiola. It's about Crystal Palace and all those players.
Pep Guardiola's not happy, but Crystal Palace will not care. They will not care.
They deserved it. They worked, they battled, they scrapped.
Dean Henderson, what a performance. But they did it. Man City, stay humble. Stay humble. Stay humble. Stay humble. Emery Eze. Woo! Emery Eze. Emerichi Eze.
21. Crystal Palace are the 45th team to be the FA Cup winners.
Wow.
Final score, Palace 1, City 0.
Nah. They did it.
The long wait is over. The Eagles have landed
Their first major trophy in their club's history. In 165 years of their club's existence, they had never won it. But on this day, the 17th of May, 2025, they've done it. Wow. They did it. They did it. They scored early and they just wow.
Defended blocking shots, putting the bodies on the line. Henderson made some crucial saves.
So that means they're gonna have European football as well.
I think Palace knew they would come here today. They had to work hard, extremely hard to try and get the win, and they've done it. So I'm so pleased, and for the fans, such a great atmosphere today.
And Bereze taking selfies with the camera.
Making so much noise. It's an incredible scene here. As a former Crystal Palace man yourself, tell us what this means to them all.
Well, I just think you can tell. I mean, listen to them now. They probably don't believe it right now. It's I saw Eze sink to his knees as they won as the final whistle.
Let's go.
It just encapsulates everything. Crystal Palace, someone has been rejected but has come back time and time again, and they had to really dig in today.
What a club.
He got his tactics
What a club.
superb.
Crystal Palace, you are forever, you guys forever have my support. I respect you guys. I respect you guys. I respect you guys.
In general, to see these scenes.
I think all these games
wow.
are moments out there, Gary. I mean, there's big moments in the game that changed it. Sitting on another day, but you've got to give credit to Crystal Palace. They stuck in the
Henderson was incredible tonight. Absolutely. Absolutely.
To do, and some real top performances.
Wow.
I highlighted Nunes before the game because I think he has got genuine quality, whether it's defending, whether it's running back.
Wow.
Everything they did today was just sublime. So
we talked about before the game, didn't we, Wayne, about the fact that sometimes you've just got to make something happen, and it felt like that's what Palace did today. They were not going to allow
Palace have done it.
Come what may.
No, they weren't. And even 10 minutes going up at the end of the game, 10 minutes added on, and
free from desire. No defense is terrified. Free from desire. Defense is terrified. Free from desire. La 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 la. Generational performance by Crystal Palace.
Before the game, could Palace do that?
Congratulations.
They dealt with that in the semi-finals, and today, okay, the road to look at times.
Football this season has been good. The City downfall is awesome. So City go trophyless, just like Real Madrid. Trophyless.
That they had.
Wow. Bar the Mickey Mouse Community Shield. Nothing.
Dean, massive congratulations. It's deafening down here. You have just written your name into the history books. Part of the first Palace team ever to win a major trophy. How does it feel?
It's incredible. We had a feeling it would be our day today. The whole week it's been building up. The money.
Absolutely.
Game plan. We executed it. We deserve this so much.
Madrid won the Super Cup, but excluding trophies that because of last year. So even City, like the Community Shield, it's based on they were champions last year. Same thing with Real Madrid. The Super Cup is because they were Champions League champions, Champions League winners.
He's the best. He's the best goalkeeper.
Oui, Jean-Philippe.
Were you a little bit nervous that you weren't going to be on the pitch for that after the VAR check just before?
No, the ball carried into my box, so I knew I was fine. It held up, it was a bit dry, but it doesn't matter. Who cares?
We know what this means for Crystal Palace team, but what does this mean for you? You left Manchester
Wow.
United to make a name for yourself. You've certainly done that.
Yeah, that's what I went.
Dortmund went from mid-table to Champions League football in like the span of 2 months. Oh. Oh.
And I dedicate that win to him.
Oh, Dino. I didn't know that. Oh, even more. Oh my goodness, dang! I feel sad now. Wow, wow, wow. He lost his dad at the beginning. Wow, wow. Respect.
Looking down tonight, I think he'd have been extremely proud. What a game he had in golf.
Wow. He lost his dad. This. Wow.
I'm sure his dad is very
wow.
proud of today's performance.
Yeah, his dad would be proud. His dad would be proud.
There was the handball.
Wow. Dang, I'm speechless, man.
But I thought he was fantastic. And
Phase 1 Glasner over Arteta. Now I'm gonna cook Arsenal. I'm going to cook Arsenal in the post-game winner. In the post-game.
So to see him here as the #1 goalkeeper and go and lift the FA Cup, I'm really pleased for him.
How good is he, Wayne Henderson? How good is he? Because he's always been at a level where you think he's going to go to the next level and the next level, and sometimes it's not worked out for him, but it was a massive performance for him today.
Yeah, no, I think he just needed to play consistently and a manager to believe in him. And, you know, there was times behind Sam Johnson, obviously at Manchester United behind 𝙭this game out of 10? He looked really settled here at Crystal.
Not the greatest game in terms of like the play and whatnot, but you think
I was surprised to where he was 28.
City, they've done it for the first time in their history. They've done it. I go and say good 7 out of 10. Crystal Palace won a trophy before Tottenham.
Is incredible.
Well, before again, I mean, Crystal Palace is their first major trophy.
League, which is, you know, another first, and it's a trophy that Glasner's won.
Yeah, exactly that. So a manager that has got a pedigree in that competition, it'll make the summer much easier.
Steve Coppell there in the stand, he'll be
enjoying this moment, and I'm sure Steve Parish will be up there somewhere as well. But it makes this summer really much easier.
Arteta took less than 1 season to win the FA Cup than Glasner. All right, but in terms right now, Glasner and Arteta have the same pedigree. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
For Crystal Palace winning this competition for the players, like Glenn said there.
Yeah, I think if you look at his tenure at Crystal Palace, and we always talk about tactics a lot. We talk about formations and can it work when you play three at the back and then you play with wing backs. He showed that it can work.
Any game where City gets beaten to a trophy. And I mean, I don't have a City agenda, so I don't really care for City. I mean, I gotta say, I do feel bad. I guess you think in terms of Kevin De Bruyne. This is potentially, well, not his last game for City, but his last opportunity to win a trophy for them. But you know, he's won a treble before, so we move on. We move on. You go and you think Omar Marmoush missed the penalty.
FA Cup final.
Wow.
What the FA Cup brings, and this is what it means to people.
It's absolutely amazing.
I want this to happen. All I'm saying now, PSG, we need to do our job in the cup. None of this Fugazi, Cinderella story. No, PSG smack. Who is it? Reims in the final. Smack them. No, none of this business.
So well previously, and then to get the win today.
Speaking of which, I want to see where's Reims even in the table.
With this season, Newcastle win their first trophy for what, 70 years or so. We've now seen Crystal Palace win their first ever trophy. I mean, it's good for our football that it's shared around a little bit more than perhaps it normally is.
Yeah, without doubt. Obviously, there's a big six that dominates these competitions.
I mean, look at
like Manchester City on the other side today. But it's good for English football for new teams, up and coming teams.
And look at the table.
Coaches winning things. I think it's been an exceptional.
So Reims they should be safe.
A word on Man City.
Not quite. If Saint-Etienne win,
10 games unbeaten.
Well, it's still tight. It's tight.
It's a trophyless season, major trophies, nothing this season. They're still not sure of making a Champions League spot. I think they currently lie in 6th spot, which is outside of it. It's remarkable. No one saw this coming, I don't think.
No, they didn't. I think it's been a massive disappointment. I think Pep's
absolutely, yeah, it's been disappointment, yeah.
I think the players as well, for them at the levels that they've set over the previous 4 seasons, have not been at that level. I think in terms of where they need to go next,
Boyendalfo brother needs to be shipped away if he wants to revive his career. I mean, it's one season, but yeah, the downfall over one season has been crazy.
For everyone to see. Let's not take away from, I thought at times, you know, on the run that Man City being on, coming into the game today, I thought they did really well in moments, but look at that.
A word on Oliver Glasner, and there's Steve Parish. I mean, what a moment.
Reims, Reims are a point above relegation, or a couple points above relegation.
Premier League club. They've been good to watch, but Oliver Glasner, I mean, you know, he played it, I suppose, in a way, you know, they sat and they got that counter-attack, but it worked for him. The game plan worked, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, no, it did. What I love is his confidence. So if you're a Crystal Palace player and you heard
Newcastle beating Liverpool for the Carabao Cup and Palace beating City for the FA Cup in the same season says all about how tough the Premier League is. Wow, and to say the Prem, it's just it's the magic of the cup.
Players going into the game is huge.
Especially with Newcastle, like Newcastle currently could potentially finish top 4. So like you didn't say the same thing if Arsenal beat Liverpool.
It's pretty much half full now.
But definitely with Crystal Palace, that's very impressive.
Right throughout this game, right throughout the semi-final, the fans just to my right as I stand here now have been absolutely sensational.
You know, when you see that the Rennes Academy is up there with the best academies in the world, ''Ḥ'many, 𝙀𝙀😋, and 𝙀𝙀😋. Well, 𝙀𝙀😋 did not go through Rennes, he went through Bordeaux. He went to Bordeaux. But yeah, in terms of the academy, yeah, they've got a really good academy for sure. Certainly one of the best in France. I think some of the best academies in France. We've got Lyon, I'd probably say is #1. The Havre was also a really good academy. Rennes, as we previously mentioned. Yeah, 100%. I would say probably the best academy in France was probably Lyon. I think Lyon traditionally have had the best academy. I think in recent times we've got, you know, even outside of France, Malo Gusto, 𝙀𝙀𝑏, Ryan Cherki, Barcola, Benzema, plenty of players.
Oh, you could see the agony on their faces when they put up 10 minutes to go of injury time. I looked around and all I saw was hands on head, and I thought, I know how you feel. I've been there a couple of months ago, but it's the year of the underdog. I love it.
You're the underdog.
There's Pep Guardiola getting his run.
I mean, he's all smiles now.
Plenty of winners' medals, hasn't he, over the years? But it's not been his season.
All right, we'll stay till the trophy lift, and then we'll call it a game.
As he moves along.
Whew, wow.
I suppose for him, it's another challenge.
So Kevin De Bruyne will not win a trophy in his last season
I think he
at City.
might just relish that challenge.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've seen it happen with Sir Alex Ferguson many times when Manchester United went through a transition. I think that's where Manchester City are at. I think they're going to lose players, obviously, De Bruyne leaving.
If United lose to the final, it will be sour after the miraculous comeback against Lyon. The match was insane, and I'm so glad I didn't turn off. I know it was 2-0 down with 10 minutes to go. Lol. Yeah, fair enough.
They'll be back.
He could still win the Club World Cup. When does his contract end, though? That's the thing, though, because the Club World Cup starts in June, and many players, their contracts, they finish 1st of July. So we'll see.
From the Crystal Palace hero and goal scorer
𝙀𝙀𝘋𝘋.
𝙀𝙀𝘋𝘋, you've just stood in front of me and said,
here's what he has to say.
No words. Please try and find some, because you've just scored the goal that has won Crystal Palace the FA Cup for the first time in the club's history. You're shaking your head. Just what does it mean?
This is special, man. I don't even know what to say, man. Honestly, I'm just grateful.
Fair enough.
Thank God.
Thank God. Gracias a Dios. I love you, 𝙀𝙀𝘋𝘋.
Been the best team in the world for how long? So to show that type of spirit, that type of energy, only God, man.
Only God. Gracias a Dios. I love you, 𝙀𝙀𝘋𝘋. Giving glory to God Almighty. I love you, man. What a player. What a player, man. Are you going to stream the PSG game?
I couldn't breathe.
Hopefully, yeah. I think so.
They keep the ball so well. You got to work so
The game
hard
starts at 10, so in an hour's time, yeah, I'll have to go make a thumbnail and everything, but hopefully I will be able to, yeah.
You got to take the chance, you got to make it count, and I'm just thankful to God that it went in today, because it's not easy.
Let's not forget, for you, a remarkable few years, but age 18, you'd faced so many rejections from so many different clubs. Does that make this moment even more special?
If I'm honest, I don't try to forget, but I forget about it, but you guys keep reminding me about when I was
They keep reminding you. I love 𝙀𝙀𝘋𝘋𝘋.
Now it's special, man. It's hard to use the right words here, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Enjoy the trophy lift.
Thank you very much. I will.
We're enjoying it very shortly, Crystal.
𝙀𝙬𝘼, is he the captain? He's the one lifting it.
𝙀𝙬𝘼 obviously went off with a blow to the head. Let's hope he's okay. I'm sure winning this competition will help. Let's hand back to Guy Mowbray.
Thank you, Gary. Oliver Glasner is leading his players up the 107 steps.
That's a lot of steps, isn't it?
They won't feel one of them. They're floating up there, those Palace players. And later on this
Dino.
one of them, what they've just achieved. You think of the players that have played for this club over the years. You think of the managers, many of whom are here today to see this.
I'll show the trophy lift, though. I'll show the trophy lift.
Two of the late great Terry Venables. He will be absolutely delighted watching on somewhere.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
It's infectious. The 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖 story is one great one. The Oliver Glasner story in itself is another.
All right, they're letting him up through now.
Had to retire from playing early due to a bleed on the brain. Put everything he got into coaching. Did well in Austria. Then continued that work in Germany. Won the Europa League with Eintracht Frankfurt, a competition he will now be playing in next season with Palace, who are in Europe, European football proper for the first time ever.
Come on, come on, come on.
Remember, back in 1998, they were in the Intertoto.
Dude, Man City were literally all over Palace, but their defense won the game. Absolutely, yeah. All right, here they come.
Season been relegated from the Premier League. Well, now their sights will be set on going even better in the Premier League next season and making their mark on the continent. Ben Chilwell didn't get on the field today, but
Ben Chilwell,
I think he can consider this, in terms of what he's taking home with him, a successful loan from Chelsea.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll show the trophy lift. I'll show the trophy lift. I can't show too much, you know, because of copyright.
His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales can't keep the smile off his face.
Mateta, Jean-Philippe Mateta! Tonton Mateta! Oui, tonton!
They had to rely on every single one.
I love this game, man.
On their battles, their individual battles, they certainly won. Man City knew how they were going to play. They knew they were going to sit. They knew they were going to hit them on the break. And they couldn't get over that. And that's how Palace scored their goal. They don't mind the opposition having the ball.
Dean Henderson, the hero. Who got the... Was it Dean Henderson that got the man of the match?
But when they get the ball, they hit you. And they hit you with pace. And that's how they've won the game.
Lovely smile on the face of Steve Coppell, their manager. In
19... But it didn't go trophy list. Trophy list in terms of, like, accolades they could have won from this season's, like, alone. Of course, they won the Super Cup, and then they won the Intercontinental Cup. But those are based on because they won the Champions League the year prior.
Worth every one of them now.
You can imagine how he was feeling when the 10 minutes of added time went on, can't you? All worth it now, though.
Some lovely lines from Oliver Glasner.
Junior, do you think he should have gotten a red? No, not Dean. I don't think so. It should have been a yellow, perhaps, and a foul at the edge of the box, but not a red.
If he became the first manager to take this club to a significant trophy, and he kept his calm. He didn't even...
All right, I'll change the camera angle so for the trophy lift.
He said a translation of an old German phrase: "You don't talk about the egg before the hen lays it."
Okay, fair enough.
Well, that one came from the Golden Goose.
𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖.
A special word and a great cheer from the Palace fans for 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖.
The captain, El Capitano,
has finally broken through football's glass ceiling.
𝙎𝙬𝘼
needs to rub his eyes. And Joel Ward is there with him, which is a lovely touch.
Joel Ward. Is he the one taking the trophy?
Palace might never have been in the Premier League if it weren't for him and his goal line clearance in the playoff final against Watford here in 2013. They've been there ever since. And this will be his last action as a Palace player before...
Wow, Joel Ward. Big respects.
Going to give him the honour of lifting...
But he's got the trophy. Let's go! Joel Ward, what a player! Crystal Palace FC have done it! Graças a Deus, pai. Graças a Deus, pai. And of course, unlike Arsenal, they took off the top because they're not trying to drop the trophy. Let's go, man. Let's go.
As Crystal Palace.
Wow.
FA Cup. I mean, it really is a special moment, Wayne. Very special indeed.
Yeah, it is obviously.
Joel Ward, Crystal Palace FC.
To go and lift
Graças a Deus, pai. Graças a Deus, pai.
For Crystal Palace, it's incredible to beat Man City as well in the final. I think it's a huge achievement and long overdue. And but
Wow.
The excitement, the joy of the fans.
Chat, what are we saying? What are we saying? How are we feeling? Dang, I don't think I've been this happy for an opposing team. The team I don't support. I'm not supporting. But low key, guys, if I need to pick up another, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But hey,
don't make a mistake.
And if ever I tune into a cheeky Crystal Palace game, I'll be rooting for them. I will be rooting for them. All right, my prime agenda for me, there's teams that are excluded. Crystal Palace is excluded, and Spurs are excluded. Everybody else, prime agenda. But those two teams. You're my heart. You're my heart. I'll remember. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 lifting it.
They took everything City had to throw at them, and Dean Henderson was outstanding, contentious, but when he was on the field, I thought he was absolutely unbelievable. Started the season really shakily, and to end it this way, lifting a mid.
Crystal Palace, not great. No, I know it's Crystal Palace, but I'm saying Crystal Palace FC. You look at the amount of Christians on that team. They're doing the Lord's work. 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎, Jean-Philippe Mateta, Munoz, Richards, Joel Ward, Lerma, Lacroix, Guéhi, Crystal Palace FC. That's why I'm saying it. Wow. Crystal Palace. It's not my team, but low key, you're excluded from my agenda. But here is what they have to say here about the game, though. Crystal Palace earned a Europa League spot plus the team finishing 6th in the Premier League as it stands. All right, fair enough.
Crystal Palace will be playing European football for the first time.
Yeah, no, it's incredible.
Did Mateta get called up to the national team? No, I don't know when the call up happens. When they go and they give I think it's like in a week's time, though.
I think with Crystal Palace firstly to win the FA Cup, that's like Europe won't even be on the mind now. It's winning this FA Cup. That's purely what will be on the mind. Then obviously the European football comes with it, and for the Palace fans to go and travel around Europe and test themselves against top teams throughout Europe. It's going to be very exciting for them, and a big season.
I need to be mindful of the time because the PSG game is like in an hour or so.
They didn't win for 8 games. 8 games without and Oliver Glasner. They were talking about he's under pressure, and now look at them. It's amazing how things can change in football.
Look at them, and I think that's why you got to have a little bit of patience, believe in what the manager can do. He obviously believes in what he can create with his team. Stick to the plan that you want. Stick to the way you want to go forward. The way you want to defend.
All right, guys. Well,
to a T. And I'm not
what a performance! What a game! Happy. The hate. Oh, it wasn't a hate watch. It wasn't a hate watch. I don't hate City. I don't have anything. I don't have a City agenda. But the blessed watch was successciul. The glory watch was successful. That's freaking cool. The glory watch was a success. And guys, it's been a pleasure. I know I didn't say I was going to stream it, but thank you guys to all the people who decided to come and watch the stream. It's been a pleasure and honor. All the Crystal Palace fans out there, congratulations to you guys. Yeah, it's been a big, huge pleasure. And I hope to be seeing you guys soon. I will be streaming the PSG game, which starts in
Tyreek Mitchell
starts very soon. In an hour's time, so I need to go end the stream off, do a couple bits, set up the next stream, and yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned to the channel. If you guys aren't already, make sure to go and leave a like and subscribe for upcoming football. And yeah, I'll be streaming the Europa League final coming up, I think, this Wednesday, as well as, of course, the Holy Grail Champions League final on the 31st of May. So stay tuned for that. With that, guys, thank you very much. And remember, and especially with Crystal Palace winning, stay safe, stay kind, and stay blessed. Godspeed.
He's a wonderful human being, Brighton. It's great.